Welcome back to Carrolton and the Carroll County Fair. I'm Kenny Livingood, joined by Don Tiger. Back for our evening card. It's time for the fillies to take center stage. 12 races going here for the fillies. Couple free-for-all events toward the end of the card. We had 11 earlier. Nick Clegg with 3 wins, driving and training. Rosie Weaver had 2 training victories, with Drew Neal and Justin Irvine both picking up driving doubles. So, good card. Had a lot of great races, good photo finishes toward the end of the miles, and now we come back for 12 more from Carrol.
12 action-packed. We had a great afternoon card. We had for those of you who weren't joining us, we had 3 races where we had photo finishes, 2 or 3 horses across the track, so the fans were really treated to some great racing this afternoon. A couple snappy miles. We had a sub 2-minute mile as well, so we'll look to compound on it. They put a little bit of water down on the track. Lost a little bit humidity. We've been sunny skies all day. A couple clouds in the air, but it's been hot, 80 degrees. Humid this afternoon, a little bit less humid for the evening card, but should be very conducive to some good miles. And we've got the fillies on showcase here, and we've got some good battles and some horses that should create a little bit of stir in tonight's card.
There was some exciting races there in the opening card, and just missed one with the track. I shouldn't say just missed. It was close, but had one of those good miles there from the trotters. Had an all-age trot record of 2 minutes 2 fifths, and we had a horse go 2:01 flat on that first card. We'll see here. Like you said, there's been some water down. The truck went around, I don't know, three times maybe, so they did put a bunch of water into it. The sun, it's cooled off a few degrees, I would say. It was very sticky on the afternoon card, and definitely much more bearable and a little bit more comfortable here for our 12 race evening card. Track records 157 and 2 on the pace side, 2 minutes 2 fifths on the trot side. So we'll certainly be watching that early on and see if maybe we can get some record breakers here on our Tuesday card. But even if we don't, the action will certainly be there.
Yeah, great card. We talked about this too very briefly before we came on the air, but we've got a couple drivers that are only driving in one race today. We're going to go through the changes as we go, but it's always been a great handicapping angle for anybody that is watching fair races and does go to play pari-mutuel tracks. I know Barry Meadows very well. Barry Meadows wrote a book called The Complete Guide to Harness Racing, which I strongly suggest, Kenny, you get a chance to get a copy of that and read that, because it talks about a lot of angles in there. But the statistics on a driver that shows up for one race, very favorable. So sometimes we don't have pari-mutuel wagering here today, but it's just good to carry that on even in your regular type of handicapping when you're playing Northfield, Scioto, Miami Valley, Dayton, even the Jug, some of our tracks. Is if someone's showing up for one drive, likely means they're pretty live.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to drive to a place, drive an hour away. You know, at the end of the day, these guys at the fair, the purses aren't an insane amount of money. This isn't a $500,000 race where Yannick or Dexter's driving in just to drive, Twin B Joe Fresh and make a bunch of money. This is, they're getting 5% of the winning share or 5% of the horse's share. So, of course, if they're driving in for one race, odds are likely that, yeah, they think they're going to come in and make a little bit of money, because otherwise it's not necessarily worth the trip for them to come all the way out to a fair for, the 11th race on the card when you don't even know what time it's going to be. So you're probably going to be here a little earlier than you need to be. You're going to end up spending a lot of time, and, if you don't make any money or you make $10, was it worth your 4-hour day? So, yeah, great angle, and I think we have David Young the second today and Justin Height both scheduled to only drive on one race. So,
yeah, David Young is someone I know personally. David's been a friend for years, and he works for Steve Carter. He's a second, third chainer for there. And last year at the fairs, he got a chance to drive pretty regularly and was one of the leading drivers on the Ohio Fair circuit. For him to make a move all the way over here, see this horse today, this horse does win his maiden voyage for the seasonal bow. Kind of think David thinks this horse is probably a little special, and he's not afraid to go all over Ohio to race this horse. So we'll talk about that race when we get to it, but that's definitely a horse to take a longer look at in that race, and or when he gets to some fair tracks that have some pari-mutuel racing.
Couldn't agree more with that, with the one angle. I've seen it in Northfield a couple of times. Matt Kikali came in a couple of years ago on a Sire Stakes horse, specifically drove that one horse to, I think it was a third place finish. So she ended up racing extremely well. Just the race went ridiculously fast, and she was beaten 5, 6, 7 lengths in there, but she did come on to a third place finish. So, and that was it. Kikali drove one horse, and then he went home. So, and she went off at a big price. She was 25, 30 to 1. And if Matt Kikali's driving to Ohio for one horse, I probably wouldn't let the horse go off 25 or 30 to 1.
Yeah, I think the other good part about that is not only seeing just that particular event, but that might catapult you to put a ring around that horse. The next time that horse shows up at Pocono or somewhere else, and now all of a sudden that horse is 5-6 to 1 off 30 to 1, but still worth a good play because that's the time when they are going to win. So good handicapping angle, some good jargon here. Do we have any driver changes in here?
We have Jason Thompson on the 1
Okay.
and John Sioka Jr. on the 4, and they're all on the track. So we're ready for our Tuesday afternoon, or Tuesday evening card, I should say. And here's Roger Houston with the post parade.
Right into where he would build the post office.
These are the horses. Number 1, Muscle Money with Jason Thompson. The 2, Final Vape with Brady Clemens. The 3, Leave 'em Lucille, Logan Ebersole. The 4, Money Out the Window, John Sioka Jr. Number 5, Dream of Charlotte, Justin Irvine in the sulky. Horses will take one score and go to the gate. In the barn area, get them ready for the second.
There's our field for the opener. Field of 5. Owner's race, $4,989. Freshman trotting fillies. The 1, Muscle Money. Jason Thompson driving for owner-trainer Scotty Reed. 2-year-old daughter of Ready for Money. Lone start was at Cortland. Broke just after the start. Still ended up finishing 3rd in 2:16 and 3.
2-horse Final Vape. Eric Nesselrod trains for Whitaker Racing. Brady Clemens has the lines today. This horse was a well-backed entrant at Wellston. Went off 4 to 5 that day. Ran second. Nice effort. Looks to move forward off of that.
3, Leave 'em Lucille. Logan Ebersole driving for Ray Crawford, who command's with Sue-Ann Crawford. First start was at Cortland. Just sat on the rail most of the mile. Finished 4th there, beating 6 lengths, but stayed flat. She trotted nicely. Daughter of What the Hill, second start behind the gate.
4-horse Money Out the Window. Gary Martin trains. John Sioka Jr. does get the lines today. Justin Irvine had his choice of 3, and he goes with the 5 in here.
5, Dream of Charlotte. Justin Irvine does do the driving here for Eli Miller and Altron Stable. 2-year-old daughter of Uncle Peter. Has 2 third-place finishes and non-winners ones at Northfield. Exits a Buckeye Stallion Series event, and Eli Miller had a win earlier on in the car with a very nice performance. So Dream of Charlotte dropping down to the fair ranking here, but she will start from the outside post. We do start 5 across here at Carrol.
Yeah, nice field, and we're going to be kicking off our first race here shortly. They're still taking a couple scores, getting ready to go. This is another good angle to talk about, too, which not always does. I mean, driver has a choice of 3. You would automatically think that horse would win. Sometimes that's not the case either. He might be driving this horse for future arrangements, more education. You really don't know.
Sometimes it's just they want to drive for that specific trainer, but the Mike Webkenberg starting gate is rolling. Here's Roger Houston, race 1 for the evening card.
Turn. The gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Dream of Charlotte going for the lead on the outside. Leave 'em Lucille gets away second, goes off stride. Fact is, 4 horses are off stride in the turn, and on top, Dream of Charlotte, Justin Irvine, leads early on by 15 lengths. Back trotting on the inside is Final Vape, and Final Vape makes another break. Leave 'em Lucille is up on the outside second. Racing third, Final Vape. 4th on the inside is Muscle Money. As they race around the turn and trailing the field, Money Out the Window. Opening quarter, 33 and 3. Looks like a jiggy jog for Justin Irvine. Dream of Charlotte by 15 lengths into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Racing second, Leave 'em Lucille. Racing third, Muscle Money. 4th, Final Vape. And the trailer at the half, 1:05 3/5. Money Out the Window. As the race to the backside, Dream of Charlotte continues to lead now by 13 lengths. as Leave 'em Lucille trying to close the gap second. Muscle Money is third, racing fourth. Final Vape in the trailer, Money Out the Window. They're by the 3/4 mark. 136 and 1. Midway around the final turn, it's all Dream of Charlotte. Justin Irvine by 12 lengths. Racing second, Leave 'em Lucille. The battle's on for third. Inside, Muscle Money. On the outside, Final 8. Coming to the wire, it's all Dream of Charlotte. Leave 'em Lucille. Final Vape. The mile, 2:08. And we start tonight with.
Well, Don, I got to give you some credit because we were talking earlier when the boys were going how relatively professional they all were, and then we flip right to the girls, and they were a little rowdy in that first turn, I would say.
Yeah, the story is 2-year-old filly trotters are the most unpredictable animals in the game, and that lived up to its billing as 4 of the 5 jumped it off in the first turn. And from there, it was Justin Irvine jiggy jogging, as Roger Houston said, out for basically a walk in the park. Horse cut her own mile, did a very good job. I'll tell you what was impressive, though. Logan Obersaw left the gate, and it looked like that horse was well meant today, leaving Lucille. Horse made a break and then shuffled back to third or fourth. Did get her down trotting. She ran an incredible second, so she'll improve too going forward.
Justin Irvine, that's his third win on the card, and trainer Eli Miller now his second win on the card. So nice to see the barn picking up wins throughout both sessions today. Dream of Charlotte, once she got to the front and all that chaos happened behind her, she was relatively clear to the wire. Just had to, pretty much if she trotted, she was going to win that race once the opening 8th was complete. And here she is back to the winner's circle.
Charlotte, all drop stable, West Farmington, Ohio. Eli Miller, the winning trainer. Justin Irvine in the sulky. 2-year-old filly, but Uncle Peter had a Dream of Royalty, taking a lifetime mark. 2:08. Final half, 1:02 and 2. Final quarter, 31 and 4. Eli Miller, Justin Irvine, Dream of Charlotte in the first. Results are official. Number 1, Muscle Money, 4. The 2, Final Vape, 3. The 3, Leave 'em Lucille, 2. The 4, Money Out the Window, 5. The 5, Dream of Charlotte, the winner. Top down, 4, 3, 2, 5, 1 on the bottom. The quarter, 33 and 3. The half, 1:05.3. 3/4, 1:36.1. The mile, 2:08.
There you have it there in the opener. Dream of Charlotte drops out of the Buckeye Stallion Series to the Home Talent Colt Stakes for 2-year-old trotting fillies, $4,989. And she trots her mile, does it willingly, effortlessly, and she stood very nicely there in the winner's circle too when they came back to get her. So nice little professional effort from the daughter of Uncle Peter out of a Yankee Glide mare, Dream of Royalty. That's race number 1. We'll take a short break for some messages and be back with race 2.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions. TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, summa cum laude, and bit of a legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Welcome back to the Carroll County Fair. One in the books on our evening card. We're back with some full bellies after a nice little lunch session. And you know who has a full belly this week? Our man Chris. We forgot Chris's lunch last week, so.
We almost forgot it again today. Thankfully, the transportation guy that took us from the backside to the front side reminded me to get Chris's lunch. So the Warrior Burger is in his belly, and we're moving forward. You're welcome.
Well, thank you for getting all of our stuff set up. No problems this week so far, knock on wood, as we've now crossed the halfway point. Yep, knocking on a lot of wood. So if anything goes wrong, I will take full responsibility for that. As we go here to race 2, field of 6, 5 across. So the 6 starts from the second tier. $6,620. 2-year-old Pacing fillies. James Day on the 4, Heavens East. And John Sioka Jr. on the 5, Marcy is a keeper.
Justin Irvine looks for the daily double here, and this is a horse Justin actually owns. So I think this horse has a big shot. We saw this horse race last week at Cortland, and I thought it was a very credible effort. Left the gate, got involved, and then made a nice first over move, and tired slightly to finish third, but it was still a nice game effort. Draws inside here and definitely be one of the horses to beat.
Yeah, he's driving for his dad, Don Irvine Jr., and Donnie actually won his first drive of the season last night at Northfield on Global Girl for Sue Stockwell. Very impressive effort on the front, although it did catch up with Donnie for a brief moment back while we were on the backside waiting to come over here, and he said that she can be better than that. That was a horse that she was all the way up in the opens last year, and she hadn't quite been the same this year, but Donnie got back behind her for the first time, and she responded willingly with a win. So the talent, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Donnie, a very talented driver, and certainly Justin has picked up those genes as well as he continues to win lots and lots of races, not only on the fair circuit, but at Northfield Park when he's competing against Aaron Merriman and Ronnie Wren. Justin holds his own, and he wins a lot of races there. He's got the 2, I'll Be Home First. Corey DeArmond has the 3, Rose Run Bounty. Keith Cash Jr. will come in and do the driving. He drove her last time at Cortland. She was a 4th place finisher there. Daughter of Fear the Dragon, $25,000 Ohio Select purchase. Everybody in this race pretty much either making their first start or just second start, so very young and inexperienced horses, but they're pacers, so hopefully we will get, all of them to stay flat here in race 2.
Beautiful day again out here. The sun's shining, 80 degrees, fast track. Doesn't look like we're going to see any weather. The forecast was possibly a little bit of rain today, but I think that has went by the wayside.
Very, very nice day. Ended up being a little more humid than a guy like me likes, but other than that, can't complain when the sun is shining. It's better than rain any day of the week, so nice to have the weather gods with us on another Tuesday. Bucyrus Buckeye Stallion Series races tomorrow for trotters, so be sure to join us on that. First post at 6 p.m. They also have racing from Bucyrus on Thursday. Don't forget the post time is now 5 o'clock on Thursday. I will be there Thursday. I will not be there tomorrow, but will be there Thursday. 16 races Thursday night, 5 o'clock first post at Bucyrus.
Dave Stats does a great job. He's this track superintendent, fair manager over there. Just a fantastic job. He is a judge and does some judging too. I think he still does on the Ohio circuit, but really does a great job at that Bucyrus fair. So,
yeah, I'm excited to go to a track that they raise Buckeye Stallion events at, so the track must be pretty good shape. So excited about that.
Yeah, it's a very nice track.
Roger working on getting them all out here for race 2. You know, Roger told us at lunch that we completed 4 races, maybe even 5, but definitely 4 within the first hour. I think it was 5 races in an hour on the morning card. I think that's But that's pretty impressive. For
What's
a
the
fair.
odds of that ever happening in Northfield Park? 1,000 to 1,
There would
million
be
to 1.
There would be no tickets sold. on that.
NTS. They wouldn't be fighting that for sure. That's funny. Yeah, I give Roger a lot of credit. He keeps the barn in good area, keeps the outriders with the horses on the track post parade. It's a good job. A lot of people travel far and wide to get here, so he keeps things going so we can all get out of here at a reasonable hour. Me and Roger are about an hour and a half. Yeah.
That's it from Pittsburgh?
That's it. Yeah, people don't realize like where Pittsburgh's technically located. It's actually Ohio Valley, Greater Ohio Valley. So you could really get about 30, 35 minutes from Pittsburgh, where we live anyway, because we live in the South Hills of Pittsburgh, myself and Roger. We live about 5 minutes from each other. But the nice part about Ohio, when we come over to Ohio, is they have a new toll road that basically intersects where we live, going to around the airport. And once you get to the airport, you take 2230 right into Steubenville, and takes us right through Caddis, East Liverpool, and you're at Carrolton. So it's actually not a bad drive. It probably takes you an hour and a half to get home, right?
Club about an hour and 5, hour
Okay.
and 10.
All
So
right.
yeah,
So we only got you by 10, 15 more minutes.
even though you're crossing state borders. So
Correct. Yep.
I would have thought it was a good 2.5 hours for you. How far was last week at Cortland?
Cortland was about an hour and 30 minutes as well.
So
Now, a
not
little
too
bit
bad.
different because that one we go up the turnpike into Ohio, into Youngstown, and then kind of west and over. So, again, we've got a lot of nice arteries to get different places. And it's actually not that bad. That's why I cover a lot of the East Coast, Eastern Ohio races, I should say, because they're really not that far from home for me.
You don't want to go all the way out to like Toledo.
Nah, well, when I was a kid, I used to go to Toledo Raceway Park all the time. I loved Raceway Park, and it was really not the most conducive for fan track. I mean, we're going back when Randy Tharps used to be the leading driver out there, and the purses weren't real good. This was pre-slots. But, I mean, it served its purpose. It was a fun track to go to at times if you were in Toledo.
I tell you, there's not a better time to own horses right now than with the purses we have now. Some of the old races at Northfield and the old programs, if you go back pre-casino, they were bottom level raced for about $1,100.
Yeah, we're very blessed on what's happening in Ohio racing. It's the place to be in racing. I know Kentucky's making its mark too, but I would say the hub of harness racing right now is in Ohio. That's just a personal opinion. It's unbiased because I technically live in Pennsylvania. I'm an adopted Buckeye, as Doug Ballinger always says. But here's race number 2.
Filly pace $6,620. Number 1, Cool Lady Rosa, Jason Thompson. The 2, I'll Be Home First with Justin Irvine. The 3, Rose Run Bounty, Keith Cash Jr. The 4, Heaven's East with James Day. The 5, Marcy's a Keeper, John Sioka Jr. And number 6, Song of World Peace, Logan Ebersole in the sulky. Horses take one score and go to the gate. In the barn, get them.
There's your field. Cool Lady Rosa, the 1. Scott Cox trains. Jason Thompson drives. 1 start so far this year. It was an uninspiring 4th by 25. The qualifier was good, though. 2 back at Northfield, 204.2. Looks to hold rail position and improve.
2, I'll Be Home First, or nicknamed IBHF for the Otten sisters. Justin Irvine drives and owns Don Irvine Jr., the trainer, 2-year-old daughter of Summa Cum Laude. 3rd at First Asking at Cortland. Had to do a lot of the dirty work on the rim, so I would expect a forward move off of that one second start out.
Rose Run Bounty, Corey D'Aramon for owner David Kapp. Keith Cash Jr. has the lines. 4th last time on that, prior to 3rd, and did win the qualifier, 202 and 4 last quarter, 29-2. There's a little bit of talent there, and I think this one will move forward as a $25,000 Ohio Select purchase.
4 is Heaven's East. James Day picks up the drive for owner-trainer Danny Hostetler. 2-year-old Bay Filly by Heaven's Gate. First career start, she was distanced at Cortland. Qualifier back in Northfield in 2:05 and 1. Fastest timed effort is 2:04 and 4 on June 26th.
5, Marcy is a keeper. John Siaka Jr. does take the lines over for today for Elliott Deaton. Ryan Deaton trains 0 for 1 in her brief campaign. She was at Cortland last time out, ran 5th by 24. Owner Randy T. Young is in attendance today, and he named this horse after his daughter, Marcy.
6, Song of World Peace from the trailer. Nothing to go off of, no qualifier. This is a homebred for Philip Baldoff, so I always like to see the homebreds. And grow up, I'm sure, seeing these horses as babies develop into race horses. 2-year-old daughter of Bring on the Beach. First career timed mile for Song of World Peace, who will start from the second tier. That is the field of 6. The Mike Webkenberg starting gate begins to roll. Race 2 coming up.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. I'll Be Home First. Goes for the lead with Rose Run Bounty on the outside. Getting away third. Into the turn. That's Heaven's East racing to the backside. Fourth on the outside is Marcy's a Keeper as they race around the turn. Racing next comes Song of World Peace, and trailing the field, Cool Lady Rosa following the early break. Down the backside they go. On top of the field, Justin Irvine shows the way. I'll Be Home First by the first quarter mark. Opening panel in 32 flat. Into the turn, Rose Run Bounty right there second, racing third. As they race over to the 3/8, it's Heaven's East racing fourth. It's Marcy's a Keeper. Fifth on the inside is Song of World Peace. The trailer remains Cool Lady Rosa. Straight alignment as they pass the stand for the first time. Moving on the outside. Here comes Marcy's a Keeper. John Sioka. Out pops Pete Cash Jr. Rose Run Bounty going after the leader. I'll Be Home First. Halfway home in 103. 2/5. On to the backside they go. We got 3 in, 2 out. Going to the 5/8 mark. On top of the field, I'll Be Home First by 3 parts of a length. Rose Run Bounty on the outside second. Inside third is Heaven's East. On the outside, Marcy's a Keeper racing fifth. Song of World Peace, and the trailer remains Cool Lady Rosa. As they go by the 3/4 mark in 134. Midway around the final turn, I'll Be Home First continues to lead by 3 parts of a length. Rose Run Bounty on the outside second. Fading on the inside is Heaven's East, now fourth. Moving on the outside third, that is Marcy's a Keeper. Into the stretch they come. On top, I'll Be Home First. Rose Run Bounty second. It's I'll Be Home First. Just what her name says. Home second, Rose Run Bounty. Home third, Marcy's a Keeper. The mile, 2:04 2/5.
Living up to her name, I'll Be Home First. Just that goes to the front, and she did take a step forward off of her mile at Cortland where she did the dirty work on the rim. This time she gets to do it all in the front, and she goes wire to wire. Justin Irvine sweeps the early double.
Yeah, powerful effort. Justin kept the inside post to his advantage, crossed over, and the one made a miscue at the start, never got involved, and that made it real easy for Justin. Didn't have to work too hard, controlled the race, and as we saw in the early part of the card, front end's been very good here. It's been the place to be, and once a quality driver like Justin got his way, he was going to be hard pressed to get beaten there, and he took care of business 2-3.
You know, I don't know a ton about breeding. I don't claim to know a ton about breeding. I announce, and that's what that's what I do. But from calling these baby races this year, these 2-year-old races, summa cum laude is starting out as an outstanding freshman sire. These horses have all been good. They've all been ready to go at first asking. One of them won a next generation race at Scioto. This is a horse that, right now everybody talks about down by the seasides. Summa cum laude in 2 or 3 years, we might be looking back and saying, if you don't have a summa cum laude, you don't have a good Ohio bred. But here is the 2, I'll Be Home First, and Justin Irvine back to the winner's circle.
I'll Be Home First, owned by Justin Irvine of Aurora, Ohio. Don Irvine Jr., the winning trainer. Justin Irvine gets his 4th win of the day here at the Carroll County Fair. I'll Be Home First, 2-year-old Felipe Summa Cum Laude out of Yankees Celebration. Home winner in 2:04 2/5, a lifetime mark. Final half 1:01, final quarter 30 2/5. Don Irvine Jr., Justin Irvine, I'll be home first. And that's another winner by summa cum laude. Stands at Midland Acres.
That's it. Race 2 is in the books. 2-3 official. Takes us into race number 3. Do we have any changes in race number 3 to report?
Results are official. Number 1, Cool Lady Rosa, 6. The 2, I'll Be Home First, the winner. The 3, Rose Run Bounty, 2. The 4, Heaven's East, 5. The 5, Marcy's a Keeper, 3. The 6, Song of World Peace, 4. Top down, 6-1-2. 5-3, 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 32. The half, 103.2. 3/4, 134. The mile, 204, 2/5. Third race, 3-year-old filly Trotters. Tyler Angus drives the 3, Extra Easy. Extra Easy, the driver, Tyler Angus. 6 of you, bring them on, race 3.
So that's our only program change for race number 3. Extra Easy gets Tyler Angus. We've got 6 horses going to the gate, 5 across, the 6 will trail. And we're going to step away for some brief message. We'll be right back to you at the Carroll County Fair.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Join the fast-paced, exciting world of harness racing. There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with the greatest equine athletes in the country. Standard-bred trainers need your help. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available for those that qualify. For more information on how you can be a part of the exciting world of harness racing, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com.
Welcome back to the Carroll County Fair. Race 3 coming up. And you know what, Don? We're not the only ones talking about it being a little hot out here. Jess texted me about Justin and said that, give me 2 seconds. He said, Justin said it's so hot out here. Why can't we race fairs in the winter time?
Well, we do know the main reason for that because we don't take care of our tracks and drag them, so that'd be really hard to maintain a winter track over here at this point in time and all that good stuff. But you never know. You know how that goes. Good. How you doing? Good. Oh, thank you.
That is a fantastic shirt right there. We just had a fan stop over and wearing a Charlie May shirt, Charlie May on the back, who just finished 4th over at the Meadowlands. So congratulations to you, Mr. Tiger, on a nice effort there against very quality competition. So Charlie May still doing his thing at what, 7?
7 years young.
Long time to go for Charlie.
Yeah, hopefully get a couple more years out of him. When he tells me he's done, we'll quit racing. But he's doing well. He's actually really coming into his own right now. We're excited about the second half of the season. We've got a good, probably 8 or 10 weeks with a lot of cool stuff to go into. Scioto's got some big races coming up. A race or 2 at Indiana. Jug Week, I think he's eligible to the I don't remember what they call it, the veteran pace or something. It goes
the veteran jug?
Something like that. Yeah,
what about the race? Is the Sire Stakes final at
Sire Stakes final, Scioto. He's got that coming up. I mean, Ewart Memorial, send it in. some cool stuff. So he's got a fun few months ahead. So pretty excited about it. And he's firing on all cylinders right now. So
That's awesome. Always exciting to see him. Such a cool horse. And what's the plans for? Does he have retirement plans down the road? Farm ready for him?
You know, that's a good one. A bunch of people have called and wanted and asked about him. They do have that nice museum that's down in Kentucky. I call it a museum because it's a living museum. I can't remember what it's called, Old Friends or something. A lot of the old gelding retired standardbreds that have been millionaire earners are down there. And I've had some people go down there, and it's really cool to see some of the future or past stars of the game, you know, still be down there. I want to say Foiled Again might even be there. I'm not positive, but that's a possibility because he's a real easygoing horse, and he'd be a good showcase for that. But he could end up on a farm somewhere. I'm not sure. Guess it's like a baseball player that's 33. Let's not talk about retirement.
That's right.
Let's keep him rolling as long as he can hit home runs in the lineup. So we'll cross those bridges as we go.
Looking forward to seeing him the rest of the summer, and always rooting for Charlie May. Talking about I don't want to say past stars because Charlie's still a star in the sport, but, you know, we could be looking at our future stars of tomorrow here today at the Carroll County Fair. Race 3, trotters, 3-year-old trotting fillies. So let's see if the 3-year-olds mind their manners better than the 2-year-olds in race 1. And Justin Irvine has a good shot here to go 3 for 3 on this evening card. He gets the rail. So in the card earlier, Justin got stuck with the 6-hole, which was the trailer here at Carroll, 4 or 5 times early on. So now he's got some rails. Brownie points here from the inside. 0 for 6 in her career, but does come off a second at Cortland. Was beaten pretty handily there, though, by Count on Luna from the Darren Harvey barn. Wild Child Annie has the second tier, exiting a Buckeye Stallion race at Scioto, so some nice horses in this one.
Yeah, I really like this Wild Child Annie. This horse is 10 for 27 lifetime, 16 to 27 on a board, a mark of 58 and 2 this year, 6 of 10 first or second. Rosie, again, just does an excellent job. This horse did make a miscue last time out. Did draw the second tier, 10-hole at Scioto, and sometimes that can be tricky when you're not on the gate racing. So I expect this one to rebound nicely. However, does get the second tier again here today. So hopefully that's not the albatross around Wild Child Annie's neck. But we'll see. We'll find out where she's at and if she can rebound from her unfortunate break in the last.
You know, we're obviously looking only at her last 6 races of the season, but the 2 breaks she shows are both when she had to be on the rail. Second tier 10, and then the start at Northfield when she broke behind the gate as the favorite. Now, granted, the mile at Scioto when she broke, it was late in the mile, so I don't think it had anything to do with the second tier, but just a little coincidence there. But her last fair race was a 10-length win at Marion County. This one is going to be very tough in here, even from the second tier, but the front's been so good tonight. Having post 6 could be a little challenging here, as the horses look like they've all made their way to the track. A little scattered, but they're coming here for race 3's post parade. Here's Roger Houston.
The Cold Stake 3-year-old filly trot, $6,504. Number 1, Brownie Points, the driver, Justin Irvine. Number 2, Promise at Dawn, with Jason Thompson. Number 3, Extra Easy, the driver, Tyler Angus. Number 4, Miss Snickers, Keith Cash Jr. Number 5, Count on Kenna, Braden Rhodes. And number 6, Wild Child Annie, Drew Neal in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. In the barn area, getting
Tony
ready
Points,
for the...
Justin Irvine drives for Gary Martin. Cones with B. Kleinberg Racing and Lee Unkefer. 3-year-old daughter of Enterprise, second at Cortland. 0 for 6 in her career, but's hit the board 3 times.
2, Promise at Dawn, still looking to recapture last year's form where she was 13 of 15, 1, 2, 3. 0 for 9 this year with a second-place finish. Untimely break last time out. 2 bad draws in the last 4, 2 9-holes at Northfield. Prior to that was hitting some underneath checks. Should enjoy the inside draw.
Extra Easy to the 3. Tyler Angus will do the driving for owner trainer Larry Claybaugh. 0 for 15 in her career, but hit the board 5 of those 15 tries, including 3 of her last 4 on the fair circuit.
Number 4, Miss Snickers, nice race last time out. Broke at the start, rallied up, finished 3rd. Prior to that was 2nd. Game Leffert from Northfield all the way from 8th to 2nd. Was 10 of 14 last year and is improving, one of the main contenders.
5, Count on Kenna, Braden Rhodes for Bill Rhodes and Marvin Raber. Just 4th start for the Bill Rhodes team, picking up this one. 0 for 19 in her career, has a second-place finish at Hoosier back on June 26th.
Wild Child Annie, Rosie Weaver trains for Heartland Acres, and Rosie Weaver owns a piece herself. Drew Neal gets the assignment today. Does have to deal with the second tier, but she's awfully talented and awfully fast enough to win this.
To the gate. Three-year-old filly trotters in behind the Wilkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and running. That's Extra Easy going for the lead. Promise It Dawn gets away second as they race into the turn. Racing third, that is Count On Kenna as they race to the backside and the first eight. Fourth is Wild Child Annie racing fifth. As they race down the backside, Miss Snickers and trailing the field. Brownie Points following the early break. All in straight alignment going to the quarter. Extra Easy and Tyler Angus takes the field of trotters by the opening quarter. 32 for the lap. He into the turn, racing second. As they race around that turn, Promise It Dawn. Trotting third is Count On Kenna. Racing fourth is Wild Child Annie. Drew Neal tips to the outside and follow the cover. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Racing fifth, Miss Snickers. Trailing the field, off stride again, Brownie Points. Halfway home, Tyler Angus and Extra Easy. The half, 101 and 2, 29 and 2. Second quarter, on to the backside they go. On top, Tyler Angus, Extra Easy by 2 1/4. Racing on the outside second is Count On Kenna. Third is Promise It Dawn. Racing fourth, Miss Snickers. Fifth, following the break, that is Wild Child Annie, and treading the field off stride, Brownie Points. At the 3-quarter mark, 131 and 3. Midway around the final turn, it's Extra Easy with the lead. Closing on the outside, Count On Kenna. Off stride is Extra Easy. Into the stretch they come. Moving to the outside as well, with 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. Count On Kenna with the lead. Closing on the outside second, it's Promise It Dawn. It's all Count On Kenna. Promise It Dawn. Miss Snickers. The mile, 2:02 3/5.
Tough break there for the 3, Extra Easy. Looked like she was poised to graduate and pick up her first victory, but at the top of the stretch broke, or just shy of the top of the stretch broke there, and it was Count On Kenna who pounced and picked up the victory to break her maiden in her 20th lifetime start.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You had two horses in here that were 0 for 15 and 0 for 19 coming into the race, and looked to maybe run 1-2, and then Extra Easy made an unfortunate break, but one misfortune is someone else's fortune. So Count On Kenna graduates today in her 20th lifetime start. Promise At Dawn, talked about her earlier too, had a great 2-year-old campaign. Finally got a nice effort too. That one gets a second place check and rounding out the board. Miss Snickers, again, another fine effort. This horse is improving as well. Winless on the season, but nice to see some of these horses that were likely lesser knowns coming into here make a little noise.
Yeah, that was a good effort there from Count On Kenna. And just 4th start for the Bill Rhodes barn, and they already put her in a Buckeye Stallion event, so they obviously have a little bit of high hopes for her off what I would assume is a private purchase. So Count On Kenna, nice for them to pick up a victory here with just her 4th start, only being with the barn for, what, 3 weeks roughly?
Yeah, and a nice $3,200 score. It's always nice to have green salve in your pocket as a horse owner. That helps pay the bills and gets things going. So obviously when you make a purchase, you like to, start reaping some rewards and
start recouping some of it.
Yeah, so we have no idea what they might have paid for or what they did, or maybe she was just a trainer change. I'm not sure, but Billy and Braden are on their way to the winner's circle.
Hometown of Colstick 3-year-old filly trot. Number 5, Count On Kenna. Marvin Raber of Creston, Ohio, the owner. Bill Rhodes, the trainer. Braden Rhodes in the sulky. 3-year-old filly by full count of Hall and Bank. home a winner in 2:02 3/5, a lifetime mark. Bill Rhodes, Braden Rhodes, count on Kenna. And Braden Rhodes, one of the top young drivers in the Buckeye State, just recorded his 100th win a few days ago. Results are official. Number 1, Brownie points, 6. The 2, Promise at Dawn, 2. The 3, Extra Easy, 4. The 4, Miss Snickers, 3. The 5, Count on Kenna, the winner. Number 6, Wild Child, and 5. The quarter, 32. The half, 101.2. 3/4, 131.3. The mile, 2:02 3/5. Fourth race is clear. No changes in the fourth. 3-year-old filly pacers, 6 of you. Bring them on. Race 4.
3 down, 9 to go on day number 2, or card number 2 of the Carroll County Fair. We'll be back after these messages with race 4.
When you take the trip to Washington Courthouse, you're right in the middle of Fayette County and a mere 42 miles southeast of Columbus. You'll be traveling through some beautiful Ohio horse country. Stop by the fully restored Sharp House for more of the area's history and take a historical market driving tour. Do a round of golf to local horses and visit the farmers market each Saturday during the summer. Explore the trails, the festivals, the museum, shop at boutiques, antiques, and specialty stores. Visit the many recreational parks, and of course, the crowd favorite since 1880 is the Fayette County Fair, which runs from Monday, July 14th through the 19th.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio-sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
We are back at the Carroll County Fair here in Carrolton, Ohio. Our evening card had 11 this afternoon, back with 12 here this evening, and we are up to race number 4, so we're 25% of the way through. 3-year-old pacing fillies, $4,352 on the line here in the 4th for a field of 6.
5 across here. The 6 does trail. Sunshine Player will be from the 2nd tier, and they've had a tough go getting these 2nd tier horses really in play here today. So,
yeah, the turns are a little tight, like had mentioned earlier, and we have some tracks coming up that are even more paper clipped than this one, but very long straightaways here. Not a wide track, only 5 across compared to 6 across last week at Cortland. So it's been tough to pass horses. You've been wanting to be on the front so far. And we do have a driver change that was just announced. Number 2, VH Dancer, is going to be driven by Justin Irvine here. So Justin Irvine picks up the drive. Number 2, VH Dancer.
VH Dancer had a real big good campaign last year. 15-17, first, second, or third. And I don't know the whole story. I can't remember it completely. I don't know if this was true, but Tim Van Horn made a deal with his grandsons. If one of the mares, either this one or another one, won so many races that they were going to get a go-kart. And me and Frank Froz were following that all summer. And I think he won enough races where those kids got a go-kart from Tim Van Horn. I think VH Dancer might have paid for it. So
She might have paid for $28,000 last year, so he probably can buy a lot of go-karts for $28,000.
So not only these horses racing for owners, they're racing for children.
That's right. We did see earlier, it was pretty cool, that we talked about off the air, was when Eli Miller won his first race of the night. That it looked like there were three young gentlemen in the winner's circle with the horse, so not sure their ages, but couldn't have been older than 12, 13. So that was cool that they came back, and the horse stood very professionally for them. So
yeah, it was nice. It's nice to see future generations like yourself, even in racing, and young kids that are working, either Eli's sons or some family members, but it was really nice to see the three of them out there.
Also so exciting, I know it's not really Ohio related, but the sport of harness racing was announced recently that the Adios card will be live on Fox Sports next Saturday for the Adios final.
Really cool, because that's the Fox Sports has numerous, channels that they deal with. Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2, but that's the normal Fox Sports that covers Major League Baseball, football. So to be put in that same limelight for the feature card for the Meadows, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, nothing going against. Definitely fun to go right against and side by side with Saratoga. So much viewership for the Thoroughbreds on the Saratoga side, and then the Meadows gets their Adios card on live TV. So be sure to check that out as well. Fox Sports show next Saturday. Hopefully we get a few divisions of the Adios on this coming Saturday when they draw the eliminations.
I did not look for the eliminations. They are up. Let me take a peek.
Did they draw today?
They drew today. Yeah, let's see.
So we're going to find out in real time because I did not look either.
Let's just take a see to see how many horses did get entered into the Adios.
Horse is still making their way to the track for the 4th.
It's not posted, so if they did draw, it is not. It's not up yet.
So still TBA. Still TBA on that.
Correct. Yep.
Horses are all out here for the 4th, so Roger Houston will have the post parade here momentarily.
The post for the 4th race. Hometown at Cold Stakes, 3-year-old filly pace for $4,352. And these are the horses. Number 1, Crosswind Sweet Pea, the driver Elliott Deaton. The 2, VH Dancer with Justin Irvine. The 3, Lucy Hill with Tyler Angus. The 4, Beautiful with Francis Lawton. The 5, Truly Old Times and Jason Thompson. And number 6, Sunshine Player, Brady Clemens in the sulky. Justin Irvine drives the 2, VH Dancer. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. In the barn.
That's the field for the 4th, field of 6. First division, 3-year-old pacing fillies, 1 Crosswind Sweet Pea. Dustin Ford racing in the Randy T. Young Stables team up. Ryan Deaton and Elliott Deaton train and drive. 3-year-old daughter of Western Vintage. 8 for 13, top 3 this season. She just continues to hit the board pretty much everywhere she goes, including 6 straight with a win at Cortland last out.
2, VH Dancer, make the driver Justin Irvine. Justin Irvine gets the lines on VH Dancer. Tim Van Horns trains and owns this 3-year-old daughter of Dancing Yankee. This horse has been pretty stellar so far in her career. 17 to 20 on the board, 29,852, a mark at 2 minutes 3/5 at Piketon. One of the main players and does have some gate speed.
3, Lucy Hill, Tyler Angus for owner trainer Corey DeArmond, down by the Seaside daughter. Last year, $22,000 made from just 10 starts, so she showed some talent as a freshman, comes back as a sophomore, just her 4th start. She comes off a 2nd at Cortland.
And the 4, instead of Beautiful, it's Beautiful. Beautiful is trained, owned, and driven by Francis Lawton, the 74-year-old young man. 10 starts, 1/3 in her career, was 4th last time out at Corton, looked to improve off that effort.
5, Truly Old Times, Jason Thompson for Scott Cox, Christina Johnson, and Ronald King. Here's Roger Houston with the 4th.
They're off and pacing. Lucy Hill goes for the lead. Crosswind Sweet Pea on the inside. VH Dancer takes the seat as they race around the turn. Racing 4th, Sunshine Player. Racing to the first 8. Racing 5th, it's Beautiful, and trailing the field, Truly Old Times. Straight alignment, down the backside they go. Lucy Hill and Tyler Angus show the way. Elliott Deaton and Crosswind Sweet Pea right there 2nd. VH Dancer is 3rd as they go by the quarter in 31 seconds. Into the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. Sunshine Player pacing fourth, racing fifth is Beautiful as they race around the turn. The trailer is Truly Old Times. No movement as yet. Go after the leader into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Lucy Hill and Tyler Angus cutting it out with their fractions. Crosswind Sweet Pea right there second. VH Dancer third. First up on the outside, Jason Thompson, Truly Old Times fourth. Sunshine Player fifth. Beautiful trails the field. Halfway home in 102. To the backside they go. It's Lucy Hill by a length and a half. Second on the inside, Crosswind Sweet Pea challenging on the outside. Down the backside to the three-quarter station, VH Dancer. Racing fourth, Sunshine Player, fifth on the outside. As they race over to the three-quarter mark in 1:32. That third panel in 30 seconds flat. Around the final turn, Lucy Hill has the lead by a length and a half. Crosswind Sweet Pea is there second. Up on the outside third, VH Dancer challenging in the lane. Coming with an eighth of a mile to go. On the outside, it's Crosswind Sweet Pea grabbing the racetrack. Closing was VH Dancer. VH Dancer on the inside. Sunshine Player, but hanging tough. Crosswinds Sweet Pea.
Another exciting race there. Two of them hit the wire. It's going to be the one Crosswind Sweet Pea by probably a neck or so, but the sixth Sunshine Player we were just talking about, horses from the second tier, haven't really been able to get involved, and she just came up a touch short there in the stretch, and it's the 2 VH Dancer third, so 1-6-2 across the line in the fourth.
Yeah, Crosswind Sweet Pea's been doing real good at the fairs. Raced at Circleville, 4 back in the program, was a game second. Last time out of Cortland, big-time winner. This one looked like she was loaded in the pocket, did get out. And Randy Young, the most famous harness owner from MacArthur, Ohio, is here today, and he's heading with his lovely wife to the winner's circle to greet his co-owned with Dustin Ford Racing, Crosswind Sweet Pea.
Yeah, I love seeing owners that are at the track get to go take pictures, because a lot of owners, you know, now that we can watch on TV and watch all the simulcast networks, there's not necessarily a reason to have to go to the track. Being able to sit in the comfort of your home in the air condition when it's 85 degrees at the fair and watch the race. But Randy T. Young is here, and he is down by the winner's circle to greet Crosswind Sweet Pea, who has done some really nice things. Like you said, now over $20,000 this year from 14 lifetime starts, and that's 7 straight top 3 finishes. So she's just been an ATM machine the last 2 months.
Yeah, and they only gave $3,500 for her, so she's rewarded them in tenfold so far. So nice to see, and she's a nice-looking filly too.
General inquiry in that last race, stretch drive. General inquiry. We do not have any unofficial order of finish.
The water truck.
135-642.
So there's been a general inquiry here. The judge is taking a look at the fourth race. Going to talk to maybe one of the drivers. Not quite sure what's going on. As soon as we get some information, certainly give it to you.
And Deaton trains, Elliott Deaton, with his second win this afternoon, but this is unofficial. If it stands official, Crosswind Sweet Pea, 2 in a row in Ohio. No order of finish as yet.
Well, sometimes at the fair, some things, you never know what you're going to get. This little inquiry here for some, I'm not sure. Did you see really anything there? Roger said the stretch drive, so maybe a horse
Well, the only
drifted
thing I can
out.
think of is, you know, probably at the top of the stretch, probably got a little tight in the room getting out, and then obviously the 6 came up the inside. Not sure if that drifted a path in. I mean, rarely do we see
in the barn area. Get them ready for the 5th. 2-year-old filly trotters, 4 of you. Get them ready for the 5th.
But what I do appreciate is at least if they're going to take a look into it. It doesn't happen. We had a long discussion earlier today because of the Meadowlands Pace this past Saturday. There was a disqualification in a big event like that. But whether it's a big event or small event, these guys are all out here hard. This is their day job. This is what they do for work. So I don't ever mind if someone takes a look at something.
Yeah, certainly. This is, there's no betting here, so it's not money in my pocket or your pocket. But for the drivers, it is, and there is no change. So the one.
The winner,
is the winner.
The 2, VH Dancer, 3. The 3, Lucy Hill, 5. The 4, Beautiful, 6. The 5, Truly Old Times, 4. The 6, Sunshine Player, 2. Top down, 1, 3, 5, 6, 4, 2 on the bottom. The quarter, 31. The half, 102. 3/4, 132. The mile, 201. 1/5. 5th race, scratch the 5, Dublin's Brianna. Scratch the 5, Dublin's Brianna.
So the judges ruled there was no change, not quite sure what they were looking at, but like you said, it's want to make sure that the money's being spread to the people that deserve it and there's no infractions committed, so appreciate them taking an extra minute there to at least look at whatever they wanted to look at a second time. But Crosswind Sweet Pea gives Elliott Deaton a second win. 5th race is next. The 5, Dublin's Brianna, is scratched, so a field of 4. We'll be back after these messages.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
Carroll County for the 5th race, and we'll have a couple minutes. We were just discussing owning some horses, and the stable.ca would be a great way if you're looking for a tiny little piece, not too much money to get involved with the stable team. They just finished 2nd in a big race at the Meadowlands, but time is on my side at 99-1. He was also in the Milstein last year at Northfield, so definitely able to get some horses to the big races, and if you want that big thrill, the stable.ca fractional ownership group is certainly a way you could get involved in the sport. Coming out here for the 5th again, scratch the 5. So just a field of 4. So $4,989, essentially a $5,000 pot here for 2-year-old trotting fillies. This is Division 2. Division 1 was chaos. We'll see how Division 2 goes with just a field of 4. Including a first-time starter.
Yeah, this looks like it could be chaos, too, because you do have Supreme Dance, Rosie Weaver, excellent conditioner, but this horse has made breaks, but still came back to factor in those races. So definitely speedy enough, this daughter a full count. Then you have a first-time starter in Charming Rosie, And then Eli Miller and Herman Hagerman, some good conditioners both there. They send out the 1 and 3 respectively, and those ones have minded their manners to this point in time, but just when you think so.
Every time you think that it's going to go swimmingly, it doesn't. And like you said, the poor 4-horse, she is a perfect 4 for 4 at braking in all of her timed miles, qualifiers, and fairs. But like you said, Rosie Weaver's so talented that eventually she's going to figure this girl out, and you would think that she's going to trot a nice mile one of these days. Is today that day in just the 4-horse field? Maybe when they're not blasting out of there, could do okay.
This which makes it a little tricky, too, for our listening audience. Like right now, we're obviously in the heartbeat of America in Ohio here, rural Ohio. But if you look at a racetrack like this, the sun is behind us. But on our front stretch, half of the stretch is completely shaded. Then we have other parts where the lighting poles are going across the track. So if anyone ever wonders why they wear those shadow rolls and stuff on horses, it's specifically for that, because the horse will come down a stretch, as Chris is showing you there, the pole across they'll jump that. They see that shadow, they see the white part of the track, and then they start to jump things like that. So this makes it even more difficult when you're dealing with 2-year-old fillies.
Billy Trot, $4,989. Number 1, Rose Run Bridget with Tyler Angus. Number 2, Charming Rosie, Francis Lawton. Number 3, Tom's Crazy Peach, Justin Irvine. And number 4, Supreme Dance, Drew Neal in the sulky. The 5 is scratched. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
1, Rose Run Bridget, Tyler Angus driving for Herman Hagerman, Cohen's with Anthony Miller, 2-year-old Bay Filly by What the Hill out of Explosive Matters Mare, Explosive Lynn, 1 for 2 in her career, including a Buckeye Stallion Series win at Scioto just 5 nights ago.
2, Charming Rosie. We don't have much to go here, but they did buy her for $2,500. But I will say this, on the racetrack, she's a very nice-looking filly, minding her manners right now, too. We'll have to see how she does.
Justin Irvine drives the 3 Tom's Crazy Peach for owner-trainer Eli Miller. They look for a 3rd win today. 2-year Brown filly by Long Tom out of the Crazed Mare Crazy Joanne. Exiting a Buckeye Stallion event, has a half-mile effort at Northfield in 2:01 and 3.
4, Supreme Dance rounds out the field. Rosie Weaver owns and trains. Drew Neal has the assignment today. She does have a mask on her head. They've got all kinds of equipment on her. Probably some reason for her breaks as she wanders and looks at a lot of stuff. They're trying to close her up a little bit, just get her focus on trotting. And with that said, they are heading to the gate.
Gate. Trotters are all in behind the Wolfenberg gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Tom's Crazy Peach. Goes for the lead. Rose Run Bridget is there second. Making the seat third is Supreme Dance, and trailing the field, Charming Rosie. All in straight alignment as they race around the turn, going to the first 8. The leader is Tom's Crazy Peach, and Justin Irvine by a length and 3/4. Second is Rose Run Bridget with Tyler Angus, gapped out third. Supreme Dance for Drew Neal, and further back the 2, Charming Rosie. Francis Lawton can see them all go on to the first quarter mark. Opening panel in 33 and 2. Into the turn, going to the 3/8 mark. Tom's Crazy Peach has the lead by a length and 3/4. Rose Run Bridget right there second, trying to close the gap. Supreme Dance racing third. Treading the field, it's Charming Rosie. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. On top of the field, it's Tom's Crazy Peach by 2 lengths. Racing second, Rose Run Bridget. Closing the gap third is Supreme Dance. Further back is Charming Rosie. Halfway home in 1:04 and 4. And into the turn, going to the 5/8 mark. The leader remains Tom's Crazy Peach, now by a length and 1/4 only. Rose Run Bridget racing second. About to come to the outside, Supreme Dance third for Drew Neal. Trailing the field, Charming Rosie. Go on to the 3/4 mark. It's Tom's Crazy Peach with the lead. Rose Run Bridget second. Supreme Dance on the outside third. 3/4 and 1:36. Midway around the final turn, the trailer is Charming Rosie. 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. The leader into the stretch is Tom's Crazy Peach. Racing second. Coming home, it's Rose Run Bridget. On the outside, Supreme Dance. And that looks like the way they're going to finish. Tom's Crazy Peach. Rose Run Bridget. Supreme Dance. The mile, 2:06. I got bit by another bee.
Number 3, Tom's Crazy Peach, all the way on the front.
And I got bit by watching that race. We got to keep sure our race caller here, Roger Houston, doesn't swell up and hit him with an EpiPen if needed. But he got bit by a bee during the race, but he did get it in. So
he did get the whole race call, and you wouldn't have known it either, which is the impressive part there. Also, I did want to touch on the 4. You were talking about the hood or whatever she was wearing. She looked like a James Bond character out there. I mean, she had a shadow roll. Through the shadow roll were zip ties to keep her focused on something in front of her, as well as a fly mask on. So Rosie Weaver went to the shed to come up with anything they could to keep that girl focused, and she did stay flat today.
she did stay flat. They might have taken away a little bit of her speed, but that's the whole part with 2-year-old fillies. You got to educate them to see where they can be. Eli Miller, though, this is a hat trick for him, right?
Hat
3
trick.
training victories?
Yep, Justin with a 5th driving victory. So Justin's had the red hot hand here on our doubleheader in Carroll County.
Eli does own this one as well, too. For him, that's a nice little $2,500 payday today. And there's the youngsters that are involved with the Eli Miller stable that are back in front of the grandstands here.
And here comes that Crazy Peach. Tom's Crazy Peach back to the winner's circle.
Irvine, his 5th winning drive of the day. For owner Eli Miller, West Farmington, also the trainer, his 3rd win on the cards today. Justin Irvine, win number 5. 2-year-old filly, Belong Tom, with a Crazy Joanne. Home winner in 2:06. Final half, 1:01 and 1. Final quarter, 30 seconds flat. Eli Miller, Justin Irvine, Tom's Crazy Peach. And that's another winner from Midland Acres, the home of Long Tom. Results are official. Number 1, Rose Run Bridget, 2. The 2, Charming Rosie, 4. The 3, Tom's Crazy Peach, the winner. The 4, Supreme Dance, 3. The 5 is scratched. Top down, 2, 4, 1, 3. Bottom horse was scratched. The quarter, 33 and 2. The half, 104.4. 3/4, 136. The mile, 2:06. In the 6th race, number 2, VH Goldie, make the driver Brady Clemens. Brady Clemens on the 2, VH Goldie. 2-year-old filly pacers, 6 of you, bring them on. 2-year-old filly pacers.
5 in the books. We're heading to the 6th, and unfortunately we have a driver change, so it kind of ruined our angle. We were talking pre-show, but Brady Clemens will drive the 2 VH Goldie, so David Young II not in town today.
Yeah, still going to be a very good race. I was real excited about this race. I think the 2, 3, 4, they're going to battle it out here. The line to be announced on the 4-2 was a 4th place finish at Northfield on 7/13, so that can be updated into your program. We're going to give you that 6th race after these brief messages.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. Pacer, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to Pacer. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
Back in Carroll County, 6th race coming up. This is the halfway point. 12 on this evening card. 2-year-old pacing fillies. Brady Clemens on the 2, VH Goldie. Field of 6 signed on. 6 starts from the second tier.
Yeah, actually, this was the race I put a ring around because I thought the 2, 3, 4 would all be very competitive here. I was actually excited to see David Young come over. I know David very well. He's out of pretty much southern Ohio. I read, Circleville area and Chillicothe. It was nice to see him come over today, but that's a heck of a haul. That'd be a good 2.5-hour ride, so he didn't drive over for $6,600. Probably was working today at the farm anyway, but regardless, I think VH Goldie, Dancin' Dottie, and Julie Capulet all have been making their nice mark on their futures. I mean, these horses, just to give you an idea, VH Goldie 1 for 1, Dancin' Dottie 2 for 2, first or second, Julie Capulet 5 for 5, first or second. So the dam's going to break for one of these. They're not going to be 1-2 in this race. But I just can't see these horses not running 1, 2, 3 in here. They just look like they stand out, and I think we're going to see a nice battle here. So
yeah, this should be an exciting race. Julia Capulet out of that Sire Stakes race finished 4th and did a ton of first over grinding there on the rim. Looked a little stalled at the 5/8. Actually, remember calling this one. And she did get to nearly the leaders at the 3/4. Did tire late and finish 4th, but other than that, her fair races have been very strong. Nick Clegg's probably going to try and send her to the front here and be aggressive, so they fear the Dragon Daughter. And VH Gold, do you know anything about the barn change, or is this just Tim Van Horn taking the horse for the fair season kind of move?
I would think so, because unless he purchased this horse, but I mean, Tim Van Horn owns and trains, and you got 2 qualifiers. Sometimes what Steve Carter does with his owners, they might get to a point in time where they don't think the horse is going to make a Buckeye, or maybe needs another year of education at the track. So could have made a sale, and that he has a big stable, and wouldn't surprise me if that did happen here. But I guess I wouldn't believe that either, because this Tim Van Horn names all his horses VH. So this was probably Tim Van Horn's horse all along, and he probably had Steve training it down. That'd be my guess.
For Tim to take to the
fairs.
Yes,
100%. That would be my guess. Yeah.
Bred by Eddie Miller of Ohio. Eddie Miller and Kurt Sugg have a very strong stable up Northfield, and some nice Buckeye and Ohio Sire Stakes horses they have as well. So here's another one. Just a $7,000 purchase, but she's already made basically all of that back. 5,800 win at Wellston, and an impressive too, 203-1 with a 29-3 last quarter. So yeah, this is a horse I'd be excited if I owned a little piece of.
Absolutely. That's why I said these 3, I don't know right now that you can separate them with like a piece of paper. They all look very good, and they're all well meant. And you just got to love when horses hook up when they've had so much success, and somebody's going to finish 3rd in here of these 3.
And it could be one of the other 3.
It could be. I mean, it's
5 Michelle's Legend, nice nice start at Northfield, and now there's a 1, 59-3. So I don't know what that really translates to the fair track, but still a sub 2-minute mile at Northfield back on July 9th.
Richard Stacy does show up sometimes at these fairs. I don't see him today, but he is a fair circuit guy too.
Blue Chip Bloodstock bred the 1, Fear and Terror from New York. Obviously a name change because there's not Blue Chip in his name.
Nope.
Her name, as Blue Chip always has some kind of blue chip or something blue chip with all the horses that they name.
Neat to see one of the owners there, Eric Goodell. Eric Goodell, Excellent driver. I've used him on my personal horses before. He actually won the Keystone Classic for me years ago. I believe it was like a $75,000 pot. I still have that picture at home. In fact, I showed it to him last summer, Eric. It's nice to see him owning a horse.
Where was that race at?
The Keystone Classic is always for 2- and 3-year-old Pennsylvania breds. It's always in October. So we had a nice horse that was coming to the end of, I think it was either 2-year-old or 3-year-old year. And it was a big pot. It was like 70 or 80,000, and we were a price, and we won that day with Eric. So great driver, very smart driver. Haven't been seeing him driving. I'm not sure. I know he does stuff with his family and stuff, but an excellent horseman.
Here's Roger with the post parade of the 6th.
That is David Young here. David Young is in tow on the 2, so you must take an extra long look at that horse now. So
We're
David,
back to our pre-show.
Yep, and there is David Young on the racetrack. I love David. We got David Young the 2nd. Well, let's go through these horses so we can give them you start us out.
One Fear and Terror, Justin Irvine driving for Gary Martin. Cohen's with Eric Cadell. Sue Stockwell and B. Kleinberg Racing. 2-year-old Fear of the Dragon daughter. First career start, the qualifier at Northfield 203 and 4, $7,000 Harrisburg purchase.
2 VH Goldie. David Young does show up to drive. His only drive on a card. He drove 3 hours to be here. This horse should be good.
3 Dancing Dottie, Logan Ebersol for Isaiah Shrake and John Semmelhack. 2 for 2 in the exacta, including a win at Cortland.
Julie Capulet, my 4 horse, as my co-host here, Kenny told us this horse raced very good on July 13th at Northfield. Give this one a long look, and one of the main contenders in here.
5 Michelle's Legend, Charlie Myrick drives and trains for Richard Stacy. First career start, 59 and 3 at Northfield. Now 2nd start for her.
6 Look at Lottie. We'll be looking at all of them when they go to the gate, as this horse will trail from the 2nd tier. Herman Hagerman conditions this horse. First start out, drew the 2-hole, got away 5th, finished 6th by 28 with Tyler Angus in tow that day. Tyler's back today. These summa cum laudes have been very good. This one will need to be a lot better to factor. And with that said, we'll send it to the voice.
Michelle's Legend, Look at Lottie. Two-year-old filly Pacers in behind the Whoopingbird gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. That's Dancing Dottie going for the VH Goldie is there 2nd. Rough gated goes off stride into the turn. Fear and Terror now 2nd as they race to the backside. On the move on the outside, that's Nick Clegg. Juliet Capulet now 2nd and going right on to the top. VH Goldie back pacing 4th, racing 5th. Look at Lottie and trailing the field. Michelle's Legend at the first quarter mark. Over to the quarter in 31 seconds. Into the turn they go. Juliet Capulet has the lead. Racing 2nd is Dancing Dottie as they race around the turn. VH Goldie pacing 3rd, racing 4th. Look at Lottie as they race into the lane. Rough gated on the outside is Fear and Terror as they pass the stand for the first time. Moving up the inside, Michelle's Legend coming to the halfway point. David Young leads the way with VH Goldie on the outside at the halfway point. Halfway home in 103. Nick Clegg fights back on the inside with Juliet Capulet to retake. On the outside, VH Goldie, they're going at it head to head, nose to nose, stride for stride. Into the backside they go. Dancing Dottie racing 3rd. 4th on the outside as they race over to the 3-quarter mark. Racing fifth is Look at Lottie, and treading the field, Fear and Terror. They're at the 3/4 and the battle continues. 3/4 and 1:33. Around the final turn, Juliet Capulet with the lead. VH Goldie battles on the outside. They're still nose to nose. The battle's turned into a war with an eighth of a mile to go. Juliet Capulet with the lead. On the outside, VH Goldie. On the inside, Dancing Dottie. Coming to the wire, it's Juliet Capulet. A late surge, VH Goldie. Ooh, is it tight? I think.
What a good old-fashioned horse race. Just took the gloves off, threw down, round 12 for VH Goldie. Went to the championship round there to get the job done. I believe, we'll wait for the picture to be sure, but pretty sure VH Goldie got her nose down when it mattered.
Well, it's a good angle always when a driver, and keep that in mind at parimutuel track, when a guy's willing to drive 3 hours to drive a horse. I mean, that's pretty good. But I will tell you, she was much the best today. Made a break going into the first turn, had to give up about 6-8 lengths of ground, saved ground, ran up over him up to the quarter pole. David moved this horse very early, but he had a very nice hold and kind of battled all the way to the wire. Very game filly, this VH Goldie. Tim Van Horn's got to be very excited. So if he remade that deal for another go-kart, those kids are well on their way. Maybe it's another prize this year. I'm not sure, a treehouse or something. But VH Goldie, 2 for 2 now in her career. And David Young and Tim Van Horn will be heading to the winner's circle.
Yeah, they're on Go-Kart Watch, Go-Kart Alert. Maybe we can follow that throughout the summer. We'll call it Go-Kart Alert or something, or whatever.
I'll have to find out from Frank. Or we're doing to the print.
No caffeine.
As advertised, though, I thought that was going to be a great horse race.
You did call it.
I was excited when that came out, and those horses did run 1, 2, 3.
Don't you love when you just draw things up on paper and have a blueprint and it actually comes to plan? We talked about David Young coming for one drive, even though we thought he wasn't driving, but he did drive.
Yeah, the nostalgia of all that is we had a change that we had Brady Clemens, and I was okay, and then all of a sudden I see the red colors.
Number 2, VH Goldie by a nose. No, a smaller nose than yours, Tiger.
Roger just slow played the crowd there like a poker hand with the 2, but it is the 2 VH Goldie. She did get her nose down when it mattered. 2 for 2, daughter of Dancing Yankee.
6-1-3.
Second,
2.
accept the victory. And like we said, Mr. Tiger said it would be a good race. He said, watch out for a guy that's willing to drive 3 hours to drive one horse. And you hit the nail as square as you could hit the nail on the head right there.
Yeah, you have to know the story behind David Young, too. Like, it's an emotional story because David's been working in the horse business for 20-plus years and has never really had an opportunity to drive until the last couple of years. So when you're a barn person, he's on the road a lot. Sometimes he'll call me at 2 in the morning, coming home from Northfield Park, and say, Don, just talk to me a little bit so I can get home. We chew the fat late at night because I'm a late person I stay up pretty late. And he's just a great kid. It was nice to see him get opportunity last year, and now he's starting to get another opportunity this year. I couldn't be happier for him. He's a great young man and a hard worker, so good for David.
Well, it's perfect. So when I leave Northfield at midnight, I know who to call.
Yes, you do, brother. You
Back
got
to
a new
the
friend.
Carrol didn't get here until the last minute, but it was worth the wait as he goes to the winner's circle with VH Goldie. Owned and trained by Tim Van Horn. David Young II in the sulky. VH Goldie, 2-year-old filly by Dancing Yankee out of Treasure. Takes a lifetime mark, 2:03. Final half a minute, final quarter, 30 seconds flat. A ding-dong battle all the way. VH Goldie, 2 in a row in Ohio. Results are official. Number 1, Fear and Terror, 6. The 2, VH Goldie, the winner. The 3, Dancing Dottie, 3. The 4, Juliet Capulet, 2. The 5, Michelle's Legend. 4, the 6, Look at Lottie. 5, top down, 6, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5 on the bottom. The quarter, 31. The half, 103. 3/4, 133. The mile, 2:03. On to the 7th race. Number 3, Country Behave. Make the driver Braden Rhodes. Braden Rhodes drives the 3, Country Behave. Scratch the 4 and 5. Scratch 4 and 5 in the 7th. 3-year-old filly trotters, 3 of you. Bring them on. Race 7.
6 down, 6 to go. We'll be back after these messages with race 7.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Back here in Carrolton at the Carroll County Fair, and our man Chris is going to do his best here to try and show you that photo finish and just how close that race really was between Juliet Capulet inside and VH Goldie outside. Just noses apart, about a half a wheel in the bike, it looks like there for David Young II and VH Goldie. Just a great horse race, something that I was certainly excited when they turned for home. Get a little goosebumps. Roger said they turned it into a war.
Yeah, they laid down, and that's fun. I mean, I'm glad to bring a race to that, too, especially having a sentimental interest with how much I know David. David was actually second, third trainer for Charlie May for his 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old season, so it makes it a little extra special. But good hard worker. It was a good race, and actually Juliet Capulet raced very well as well. I thought it was great. I knew when I saw that race programmed, I was excited to see it, and it was as advertised. But we'll continue on. It takes us to race number 7. We've got another highlighter in here too. This Count on Luna. We were at Cortland the other day when she raced, and 17 lengths. 2:04 last quarter, 30 seconds. And let me tell you something. 2:04 was a nice mile that day at
very quick.
Cortland. I would not be surprised if this 3-year-old filly trots 2 minutes here today. Small field. We do had some changes in the last 2 races. We apologize. They might not have been exactly as we were told, but we only have 1 scratch in here, and that's Doodlebug. Doodlebug has been withdrawn.
Correct.
IB Cream is now in the race and was always in the race. We got a bad change, but we do have a driver change to Justin Irvine. So Justin Irvine will drive IB Cream.
Well, luckily she races for purse money only anyways, you know, with the pari-mutuel betting. So at the fairs, we can only get the changes out that we get, and sometimes there's a lot of late changes with, fair horses and stuff. So we do the best we can, so we do apologize. A couple of miscommunicated changes, but we have Braden Rhodes on the 3, Country Behave, Scratch the 4, Doodlebug, and Justin Irvine on the 5, IB Cream. It's a field of 4, $6,504. And that IB Cream horse is a nice little horse for Jeff Kirkbride out of the 8-hole at Scioto, 4th in the Buckeye Stallion event back on July 9th, which was her first start for Jeff Kirkbride. So thought that was definitely a good mile, and she can certainly be involved in here, even though she's going to have to do it from the wide post again.
Yeah, I followed her all last year. She was on our circuit last year. I think won at Zanesville, won a couple other races. She had been good all last season. I mean, she was 11-13, 1-2-3, mark of 58-3 at Dayton as a 2-year-old.
Number 1, Count on Luna, the driver, Darren Harvey. The 2, Sarah Hill with Brady Clemens. Number 3, Country Behave, the driver, Braden Rhodes. The 4 is Scratch. The 5, IB Cream, Justin Irvine in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. In the barn area, get them ready.
1, Count on Luna, Darren Harvey drives, trains, co-owns with Eric Hirschberger, comes off the 17 3/4 length score at Cortland, tries to make it 2 in a row for lifetime win number 7 if she wins tonight.
2, Sarah Hill, J.H. Miller owns for Power Play Racing. Brady Clemens has the lines today. Was off to an auspicious start in her last couple efforts, 8th, 7th, 8th. Does have a win all the way back on the bottom, a non-winner 1 at Northfield, 2 at 1 and 3. So there's some talent, just needs to behave.
3, Country Behave, speaking of behaving, Braden Rhodes driving for the Clegg team here. 0 for 7 this season, but last year hit the board in 13 of 24, has a mark of 208 at Paulding.
5 horse IB Cream, first to the gate, as Dave Pelone used to say, first to the winner's circle. Scored down very nice. Justin Irvine picks up the drive for Kurt Sugg. Jeff Kirkbride trains. This horse, as we said, was 11 for 13 last year. Not as successful this year. 0 for 8, does have a 2nd and 3rd, and we'll send it up to the voice to call race number 7.
They're off and trotting. That's Country Behave going for the lead. Count on Luna on the inside as they race into the turn. Racing 3rd, it's Sarah Hill. Up on the outside, backing off to be 4th is IB Cream. Straight alignment around the turn, going to the backside. On top of the field, Darren Harvey shows the way with Count on Luna. With a rush on the outside, Justin Irvine, IB Cream, now 2nd and going right on to the top to take the lead by the opening quarter, 31 seconds. On the outside, IB Cream, but Count on Luna fights back on the inside on the retake. Racing 3rd, Country Behave, trailing the field, Sarah Hill. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. On top, it's Count on Luna. Back to the hub rail 2nd. That is IB Cream. Out moving on the outside, Country Behave, Braden Rhodes first up. Trailing the field, Sarah Hill. Halfway home, 1 minute, 1/5. 29 and 1, 2nd quarter. On to the backside they go. Count on Luna has the lead by a length. Right there, 2nd is IB Cream. 3rd on the outside, that is Braden Rhodes with Country Behave. Trailing the field, Sarah Hill, all within 3.5 lengths, going to the 3/4 mark. Count on Luna has been there almost every step. Takes them over to the 3/4 station in 1:31 and 4. into the final turn. Count on Luna leads by a length and a quarter. Racing second, IB Cream about to come to the outside for Justin Irvine. Racing third, Country Behave. On the outside, Sarah Hill fourth. Less than an 8 to go. On top, Count on Luna on the inside. Closing on the outside, IB Cream with every stride, but it's going to be Count on Luna. IB Cream, Country Behave, the mile, 2:02 1/5.
Count on Luna making it 2 fair wins in a row there. Darren Harvey with his second driving and training victory on the card. Count on Luna.
She's got bigger and better things ahead of herself. She's these are 2 impressive efforts, 2 front scoring efforts. She's got a very clean gait, and IB Cream is a pretty serious contender at this level, and was a great job by Justin. He was able to sneak up the rail and get in behind her and draft in and then race her in the lane. But even as they're scoring down as they go around the turn after the race, they're still pretty much right there with each other. But raced great. Count on Luna, another step forward. Now 2 for 8 on the season, and that makes it 7 for 16 lifetime.
And 2 for 2 on the fair circuit this season. Had some time off after that non-winners of 4 race in Northfield, where she really did rally nicely to be third. But Darren Harvey back on the bike. Gets along with her as the trainer, since he's always sitting behind her probably every day. So she's responded nicely. 2 for 2 for her. Darren Harvey's second driving and training win. And here is Count on Luna.
Luna, owned by Darren John Harvey, Eric Hirschberger. Darren Harvey gets his second training win of the day, his initial winning drive. 3-year-old filly, but full count of the DJ's Caviar. Home winner in 2:02 1/5. Darren Harvey, Count on Luna. 2 in a row in Ohio. Results are official. Number 1, Count on Luna, the winner. The 2, Sarah Hill, 4. The 3, Country Behave, 3. The 4 was scratched. The 5, IB Cream, 2. Top down, 1, 4, 3. Scratch, 2 on the bottom. The quarter, 31. The half, 1 minute, 1/5. 3/4, 1:31.4. The mile, 2:02 1/5. In the 8th race, Brandon Rhodes drives the 2, Midwind Seashell. Midwind Seashell, the 2, Braden Rhodes. Field of 5, 3-year-old filly Pacers. Bring them on, race 8. 5 of you.
That wraps up the 7th. It goes to Count on Luna. After these messages, we'll be back with race number 8.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Welcome back to the Carroll County Fair in Carrollton, Ohio. We've had a great day over here. Seen some really nice horse flesh and some great races. We've got 5 left on our card. Takes us to race number 8, owner's race. 5 to the gate, 5 get paid. And only one program change. The 2-horse Braden Rhodes will be driving. Nick Clegg's taking a race off, I should say, not a day off. Taking a race off and sitting back there and cooling off, I'm sure, a little bit, and let Braden Rhodes take care of the driving assignment.
Yeah, it's cooled off quite considerably, I would say, since we got here this morning. It was very sticky and humid, and it's cooled off. Now it's pretty content and reasonable out there, and as we get closer toward the end of the card. But Braden Rhodes drives the 2 Midwind Seashell, 3-year-old pacing fillies, $4,352, field of 5. Rosie Weaver has the rail. Betty Clegg team already has 3 wins, so certainly some trainers that are looking to pad the bank accounts on today's card.
Pink Jammies meat looks very well meant in here. This horse was 17-19 last year, 9 for 19 in the win column, 11 for 26 lifetime, 5 for 7 on the board, mark of 56-1 at your track, Northville Park, in a Buckeye Stallion series. Just a nice horse, and last time out, another angle. We're talking about angles, always trying to give some people some insight for wagering. This horse was 1-2 last time out. Disappointed those backers with a 3rd place finish. But usually in pari-mutuel wagering, sometimes people, when they lose, they get a little angry. In the next week, this horse might be 4-5, 6-5 somewhere. So always keep in mind, when you bet a horse from the 2nd tier, 1-2, I mean, obviously she looked well meant at Belfonte. Did run 3rd that day, but I think she's going to make some amends today.
This is a horse that I've gotten a call a few times, and I just remember every time that she did race, the driver earns every dollar of his driving check. She, I don't know how she's been the last few starts. Obviously, I haven't seen her since that Buckeye on May 18th, but I'm pretty sure if you go back to that and watch Justin, he's pretty much chasing her every step. She just, maybe doesn't like to do her work so much. She's fast and talented, but needs to be kept to task and stay focused on what her job is out there. And judging by just the charted line from Belfonte, she probably was doing a little bit of the same thing. Moved to the front, but never cleared, so got stuck on the outside and hung around and just wouldn't go by. But I'm guessing that Drew Neal was probably chasing her most of that mile, just judging on the line, because when you're in front at the half by a quarter of a length, you're almost, you just couldn't get her to quite clear. So be interested to see here from the rail what this pacer can do. 3-year-old daughter of Fear the Dragon, a couple of Fear the Dragons in here, and a Down by the Seaside. So should be a fun little race for pacing fillies that are all on the track. So they'll be heading here toward us for the post parade shortly.
These are the horses for the 8th race. Home Talent Cold Stake, 3-year-old filly pace, $4,352. Number 1, Pink Jammies, the driver, Drew Neal. Number 2, Midwind Seashell with Braden Rhodes. Number 3, Snappy Dragon, the driver, James Day. Number 4, Lily Grace Hill with Tyler Angus going the wrong way of the track. And number 5, Song Somewhere, Logan Ebersole in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
So the 1's Pink Jammies. Rosie Weaver trains and co-owns with Heartland Acres. Drew Neal gets the assignment. as my partner Kenny said, this one very talented but a little tricky, and we'll see how she does with the draw rail.
2 Midland Seashell, Braden Rhodes for the Clegg team. 3-year-old daughter of Down by the Seaside. 0 for 5 this season, but she did hit the board 8 times as a 2-year-old in 24 tries, so maybe in her 6th start she can turn the tables.
3, Snappy Dragon, James Day, trains and drives for Power Play Racing. Only making her 2nd start. She did race, actually was scratched at Cortland. Did come back with a qualifier at Northfield, 3rd by 19. Individually timed 59.3. That does translate okay if for her to be a factor here.
4, Lily Grace Hill. Tyler Angus drives for Corey DeArmond, co-owns with Cap Equine Estates. 3-year-old daughter of Racing Hill. A winner at Cortland last out. Has a ton of speed. She's left from post 8 before at Northfield.
5 horse rounding out the field. Song Somewhere. Isaiah Strake trains for Phil Baldoff. Phil Baldoff is this is a homebred of his. Logan Ebersol gets the assignment today. Good 2nd place finish behind Lily Grace Hill and in her last over at Cortland from another outside post. So a horse that can get off the wings and get in play here. And that's your field of 5.
Yeah, it looked like Tyler Angus was having a little bit of tough time with the 4, Lily Grace Hill. Maybe she's, I wouldn't be shocked if she was geared up here and heading to the front as Roger has the call of the 8th.
The gate. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and pacing. That's Pink Jammies going for the lead. Midwind Seashell is there 2nd, getting away 3rd is Snappy Dragon. 4th is Lily Grace Hill, and trailing the field, Song of Somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Numerical order down the backside, going to the 1st quarter mark. Pink Jammies and Drew Neal leads the way. Braden Rhodes with Windward Seashell 2nd, racing 3rd. James Day, Snappy Dragon. Tyler Angus with Lily Grace Hill, and trailing the field, Logan Ebersol can see them all with Song Somewhere. Opening quarter, 31 2/5. Into the turn, going to the 3/8. It's Pink Jammies on top by a length and a half. Racing 2nd, Midwind Seashell. Snappy Dragon 3rd. Lily Grace Hill 4th. The trailer is Song Somewhere. No movement as yet, coming to the halfway point. First up, Tyler Angus, Lily Grace Hill with a rush. Now 2nd and after the leader, Pink Jammies. The half, 102 and 1. Into the turn they go. Pink Jammies with the lead by a length. Up on the outside, Lily Grace Hill 2nd, racing 3rd. Midwind Seashell tipping to the outside. Snappy Dragon 4th. Up the inside 5th, the Song Somewhere. 3 in, 2 out. Go on to the 3/4 mark. Pink Jammies by a half a length. Lily Grace Hill on the outside 2nd. At the 3/4, 132 and 1. 32nd, 3rd panel. Around the final turn, Pink Jammies opens up by a length and a half. 3 wide on the outside, coming on. Song Somewhere on the inside. Lily Grace Hill coming home. Pink Jammies with the lead. They're chasing Pink Jammies in the stretch. Coming home on the outside. Midwind Seashell with a rush to the wire. Pink Jammies. Midwind Seashell. Song Somewhere. The mile, 2:02.
She was a lot better there today, I think, Pink Jammies. Drew Neal, he chased her a few times going to the quarter. You could see him shake the lines a little bit, but ultimately maybe she's matured a touch there because he really didn't have to do a whole lot until the stretch, and he was challenged and headed by Lily Grace Hill. She ended up making a break there, turning for home and scattered a couple rivals. Midwind Seashell came on to be 2nd, but lined up in numerical order, and they end up going 1-2 to the finish.
Pink Jammies very, very good today. Was really surprised to see her on the front end. I thought either the 4 or 5 might challenge her, but looks like her class kind of showed up at the starting gate. Everybody ducked and let her kind of get her way, and well rated, well driven. Rosie, just an excellent conditioner, and you know, some horses, even though they got 20 starts and they're 3-year-olds, they still are learning and figuring out the game. So it's probably part of the action.
Is there any way I can look at the last turn?
Yeah.
Quick?
What you see last turn? You want pulled up on my phone for him? I got a big phone. You can watch it on this. Here, pull it up. Oh, yeah, you can see everything on this. This is good for you guys to look at.
Just looks like the judges want to take a look maybe at the break that Lily Grace Hill put in at the top of the stretch, but and Chris has got it on the laptop, so judges are gonna take a peek at what happened there. Not sure if it concerns the winner unofficially. The one, Pink Jimmy's back here to the winner.
Jammies on the Heartland Acres. Rosie Weaver. Rosie Weaver gets her third training win of the day. Drew Neal, his third winning drive. The 3-year-old filly by Fear the Dragon of the Think Pink, home a winner in 2:02. Final half 59-4. Final quarter 29-4. Third win in 8 this season for Pink Jammies.
Come down here. It's easy. You see right here from me.
Official Dan, or you still looking?
He's still looking.
Okay. Bring them out for the 9th race. Number 2, Pirates Beach Bar. The driver Alex Hawk. Alex Hawk on the 2, Pirates Beach Bar. Free for all Pacers, 4 of you. Bring them on. Race 9. Well, the complete order finish in just a few moments.
Good.
Lily Grace Hill and making sure that it was just her own doing of going off.
Interactive horse racing. That's the great part about Chris and other cameramen like Steve. Since we have the feed, the back, we're the eyes and ears for the judges here. They don't have the same technology, so it's nice to be able to help them out.
Official Dan.
Well, Frank, if you're listening, there we go. Now we need some.
Results are official. Number 1, Pink Jammies, the winner. The 2, Midwind Seashell, 2. The 3, Snappy Dragon, 4. The 4, Lily Grace Hill, 5. The 5, Song Somewhere, 3. Top down, 1, 2, 4, 5, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 31-2. The half, 102-1. 3 quarters, 132-1. The mile, 2:02. In the 9th race, Alex Hawk on the 2, Pirates Beach Bar. Free for all Pacers, 4 of you. Bring them on. Race 9.
That concludes 8 in the books. We got the late pick 4 coming up, featuring Don Tiger's favorite division, the free for all pace. After these messages.
When you take the trip to Washington Courthouse, you're right in the middle of Fayette County and a mere 42 miles southeast of Columbus. You'll be traveling through some beautiful Ohio horse country. Stop by the fully restored Sharp House for more of the area's history and take a historical market driving tour. Do a round of golf to local horses and visit the farmers market each Saturday during the summer. Explore the trails, the festivals, the museum, shop at boutiques, antiques, and specialty stores. Visit the many recreational parks, and of course, the crowd favorite since 1880 is the Fayette County Fair, which runs from Monday, July 14th through the 19th.
back to the Carroll County Fair. Race 9 coming up. Free for all Pacers. Just got 2 of them out there, so we're still looking for 2 more. 4 to go. We've had a doubleheader. We had 11 this afternoon, 12 here this evening, and we should be done relatively. Roger said 7:30-ish at lunch. I think he's going to be pretty close, which is good. It gets me home about 8:30, so I catch. I might miss the first 2 innings of the All-Star game. We'll catch the rest of the game tonight. Chris with the bold question of who's playing in the All-Star game, because it's the American League against the National League.
It's Matt Clark's Tarek Skubal against Don Tiger's Paul Skeens.
You know, I'm going to toot my own horn because I touted.
Those are starting pitchers. Yeah.
Are those goalies? I touted Tarek Skubal last year to win the Cy Young and actually made a pretty substantial score on him to win the Cy Young. So, of course, though, didn't take any of the winnings and bet him back this year when he's been better than last year. And Paul Skeens, the face of Pittsburgh. So it should be a fun All-Star. You always love watching the best players play, and last night's home run derby was certainly a show. Cal Raleigh, the catcher of the Mariners, 38 home runs in the first half. He's actually leading the league, so he's been on a tear, and he went on to win the home run derby last night. So big baseball guy, if you guys couldn't tell. Go Yankees. You know, the Pirates, Don, are the Yankees farm team.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
You trade all your stars to the Yankees at some point, so.
Correct. Paul Skeens will be there eventually.
You know what? I'm counting down.
Yeah, you should. There's no doubt he will be there.
How about a guy with a 2.1 ERA that's won 4 games? That's just not incredible.
Yeah, and I would love to tell you the future's bright, but it really isn't. I mean, we just don't have the bats in Pittsburgh. We don't, and the management and team does not want to buy the bats. So.
Well, you brought Andrew McCutchen back, but unfortunately it's not 2012 McCutchen.
That's correct.
He's one of my favorite players, though. Always loved Andrew.
Yeah, he was the day he was drafted. The next day I got to meet him. He came to Three River Stadium. I'm a season ticket holder, and he sat behind me. So he was just 18 years young then. A lot of times past, he's been good for the city, though. But unfortunately, he's having a good year. We don't have the rest of the pieces around him.
Sounds like we got all the free-for-all Pacers. First of 2 divisions. It's a field of 4, $750. And here's the post parade.
Free-for-all pace. Number 1, Boozer, the driver, Nick Clegg. Number 2, Pirates Beach Bar with Alex Hawk. The 3, Sparrow Hanover, Tyler Angus. And the 4, Michael Braden Rose in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
That's the field for the first division. 1 Boozer, Nick Clegg for Betty Clegg and Kimber Clegg. This is his 24th start of the season.
2 Pirates Beach Bar. Alec Hawks picks up the drive today. Source is 0 for 5, only $190 made. 5 is 73 lifetime, though, with 53,000.
3 Sparrow Hanover comes off the fastest mile of the day at Cortland, 2 minutes flat. Certainly watched the time with him. He was a wire-to-wire easy winner. Looks for his 6th win of the season.
Michael qualified last time out at Northfield, 4th by a length and a half, individually timed 58 and 2. $21,000 made last year, 120 made lifetime. And this is the reason I love these races. 4 horses signed on here. Total earnings of the field just under $500,000. So these are past horses who had some big campaigns, either on the overnight circuits or sire stakes, different things. And it's nice to see him come out and lay the gloves down and have some fun going for $750.
Yes, I mean, I wish that there was a little bit more money in these free-for-alls because, like you said, I do enjoy these open races at the fairs. I know sometimes it's because it's just an open, you get horses that are just much the best and taking advantage of fair-type horses. But it's always a fun race, and the field of 4 should be exciting. Clegg from the rail, Sparrow Hanover comes off the win at Cortland. They're in behind the gate. Mike Wilkenberg starting car, Roger Houston with the call.
Here off and pacing, that's Boozer going for the lead. Pirates Beach Bar on the outside second, takes a seat. Getting away third, Sparrow Hanover, and trailing the field, Michael. Straight alignment at the first 8. Boozer has the lead by 5 lengths. Down the backside they go. Pirates Beach Bar second, racing third, Sparrow Hanover. Michael trails the field fourth at the first quarter mark. Nick Clegg and Boozer over to the quarter in 28 and 4. Into the turn they go. Boozer is opened up now by 10 lengths. Racing second, it's Pirates Beach Bar. Coming to the outside, Sparrow Hanover third. The trailer is Michael. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. Boozer shows the way. Racing second, Pirates Beach Bar. Moving on the outside, Sparrow Hanover now third. Trailing the field, Michael. Halfway home. As they race into the turn, the half. 56 and 1, 27 and 2, second quarter. Down the backside they go. Boozer has the lead by 10. Up and moving on the outside. That is Sparrow Hanover closing in on the leader. Racing third, Pirates Beach Bar. The trailer is Michael at the 3-quarter mark. Boozer has the lead by 8 lengths. As Sparrow Hanover continues to close each and every stride. 3 quarters, 126, 29 and 4. Third panel, and Sparrow Hanover's making up ground real fast on Boozer. Into the stretch, Boozer has the lead by 2.5. Sparrow Hanover comes to the outside, but it's Boozer on the inside. Sparrow Hanover on the outside. Coming to the wire, it's all Nick Clegg, Boozer. Sparrow Hanover, Pirates Beach Bar, the mile. 1:57, 3/5.
What a mile from Boozer. Nick Clegg maybe trying for the track record there. Not sure. It was a good aggressive drive. He took the 3 Sparrow Hanover and played Boozer's A game. Just put him on the front and made Sparrow Hanover have to chase. And Boozer 57 and 3, so just missing the track record here of 57 and 1. That was a wicked mile by Boozer.
Yeah, and you kind of get a feel for why I like some of these races when these horses are out there doing this stuff, because they're all, I don't want to say their careers are in their twilight, because that horse I think is only 5 years old, but I mean they're past their stakes races, they're into overnight races, and sometimes you get a little excited and you go out there and you go at them. But 57 and 2 just to tick off, 57 and 3.
So it looks like this is equals the second fastest mile here with Rockin' Requiem at 57 and 3.
Interesting, Nick Clegg did drive the all-age track record holder Townline Flight,
So Nick Clegg knows how to make speed here at Carroll County, and here he is back to the winner's circle with the 1 Boozer.
Of a second shy of equaling the track record. Track record 1:57 and 2. The mile by Boozer and Nick Clegg 1:57 3/5. Boozer, owned by Kimber Clegg, Betty Clegg trains and Nick Clegg drives their 4th win today at the Carroll County Fair. Boozer, Betty Clegg, Nick Clegg, free-for-all pace, first division, 1:57 3/5.
Roger was talking to Nick, talking about the track record, and Nick kind of shrugged his shoulders and said, you know what, it doesn't matter, because I do have the track record. It's not his horse, but he drive the track record. So Nick with the 2 fastest driven pace miles here at the Carroll County Fair, 57.
Results are official. Number 1, Boozer, the winner. The 2, Pirates Beach Bar, 3. The 3, Sparrow Hanover, 2. The 4, Michael, 4. Top down, 1, 3, 2, 4 on the bottom. The quarter, 28 and 4. The half, 56, 1. 3 quarters, 126. The mile, 1:57 3/5. A 1/5 of a second shy of equaling the track record. No changes in race 10. 3-year-old filly Pacers, 5 of you. Bring them on. Race 10.
9 in the books, 3 to go. After these messages, we'll be back with race number 10.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Join the fast-paced, exciting world of harness racing. There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with the greatest equine athletes in the country. Standard-bred trainers need your help. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available for those that qualify. For more information on how you can be a part of the exciting world of harness racing, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Welcome back to Carroll County Fair in Carrollton, Ohio. We've only got a couple races left for you. It's been a beautiful, gorgeous day. We've seen almost a track record. We saw a great, couple great photo finishes, some budding superstars in the making, pink jammies. This has been a great card. The Cleggs have won a bunch. How many are they up to for the win column for trainers?
That'll be four wins for Clegg, driving and training.
There you go.
Nick drove all his winners today.
Nick drove all the winners for. Okay, there you go. Excellent. But it's been a good card. Justin Irvine's had a good day too. He's won 5. Okay. So we've seen some both equine athletes and also horsemen, trainers, and drivers having some big days over here today. But we're not finished. We're into race 10. We've got a 5-horse field owners race. Everybody walks away with a check here. It's the 3rd division of 3-year-old filly trotters. Actually, take that back, 3-year-old filly pacers. Pretty even matched race here. And if we don't have a driver change on Long Live Cowgirls, this is the only drive for Mr. Justin Height today.
Yeah, at the moment we don't have any changes in this race, but we know how that goes sometimes at the fairs. But 3-year-old pacing fillies, 3rd division, 3rd and final division, $4,352. And a horse in this race, the 2, got to pay me in paper. Interesting name.
Very cool name. Has only paid the finish line once, 1 for 24. We've only got one other winner in this race, 1 for 14. So somebody's either going to get their second win or break their maiden race here.
We do have a driver change coming in here on the 3. Logan Ebersol.
So Mr. Height decided to stay home today.
Which means your angle of a guy driving one horse on the card is a perfect 1-for-1 today.
Perfect 1-for-1, yeah.
David Young the 2nd. So Logan Ebersol on the 3.
Number 3, Long Live Cowgirls, driver Logan Ebersol. Logan Ebersol will drive the 3, Long Live Cowgirls.
1 Jurassic T. Eric Nesselrode trainee. Brady Clemens drives 0 for 7, but hit the board 5 times, racing primarily in fair races last year. Has been off since August 20th at Woodsford. came back at Wellston, finished 4th there. And here are the horses for the 10th.
Cold Stake 3-year-old filly pace, $4,352. The 1, Jurassic T with Brady Clemens. The 2, Got Stop Paying Me Papa, Alex Hawk. The 3, Long Live Cowgirls. The driver, Logan Ebersole. Number 4, Nan's Moon Dancer with Elliot Deaton. And number 5, Julie's Grace, James Day in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Logan Ebersole drives the 3, Long Live Cowgirls.
We'll pick up where we left off. The 2, Gotta Stop Paying Me Papa. Melvin Byler trains for Stephen Butler. Alex Hawk drives. This horse does show a 2-year-old mark of 57.2 at the Meadows. 0 for 13 this year, but could factor if finds that back class.
3, Long Live Cowgirls. Logan Ebersole drives for owner trainer Mark Weaver. 0 for 22, but 3-year-old Bay Philly Bay Yankee Cruiser was 4th at Cortland most recently.
Number 4, Nan's Moon Dancer. Jessica Milner trains for Andy Koblenz. Elliot Deaton has the lines today. This horse has been very consistent. Made a break 2 back at Northfield, but other than that, it's been second, third in 4 of the last 5 starts. 5 thirds this year, 1 second, 1 win. 7 of 12 on the board. Likely would be the choice if we had parimutuel wagering.
5, Julie's Grace, $23,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. 3-year-old Bay Philly by Pet Rock is a James Day trainee. He drives here for Power Play Racing 87. Has been off since September 16th at Ashland, but the qualifier much better, 2 minutes 1/5. That's her lifetime mark. She's taken a step forward as a 3-year-old judging off that qualifier, and they're heading to the Mike Webkenberg starting gate for the 10. 3-year-old Pacing Fillies, $4,352. Here's Roger Houston.
They're off and pacing, Got Stop Paying Me Piper as they race into the turn. Getting away second, that is Jurassic T. Racing third on the outside as they race around the turn. Julie's Grace on to the backside they go. Long Live Cowgirls 4th and treading the field. Nan's Moon Dancer down the backside they go. Got to Stop Paying Me Paper. That leads the way by a length and 3/4. Jurassic T pacing right there second as they race over to the first quarter. 31 seconds into the turn. Racing third, Julie's Grace. 4th is Long Live Cowgirls. Treading the field, Nan's Moon Dancer. All in straight alignment at the 3/8 mark. Into the lane first time, coming to the halfway station. No movement as yet to go after the leader. As they race into the turn, coming to the halfway station. Alex Hawk, Got Stop Paying Me in Paper. Racing second is Jurassic T. Racing third, Julie's Grace. Halfway home in 102. Identical factions of 31 early on. On to the backside, Long Live Cowgirls 4th. Yapping out 5th is Nan's Moon Dancer. Down the backside, going to the 3/4 mark. Here comes Jurassic T. Brady Clemens out and moving. Now second and going to the top. Leads by a neck as they race by the 3/4 mark. Inside, Got to Stop Paying Me in Paper as they race over to the 3/8 mark. 3/4 and 132. Third panel, 30 seconds flat. Around the final turn, Jurassic T and Brady Clemens pouring it on. Leading now by 3 lengths, closing on the outside. As they come home, it is Julie's Grace coming to the wire. It's all Jurassic T and Brady Clemens drawing away. Home second, Julie's Grace. Third is Got Stop Paying Me in Paper. The mile, 2:01.
Nice race there in the 10th. Jurassic T picks up the victory. Pulled there going to 3/4 from Guts to Pay Me and Paper, who was cutting it. Jurassic T pulls and draws off by, we'll call it maybe 3 or 4 lengths there in the end for Brady Clemens.
Yeah, the Welches have to be happy. They finally get to the winner's circle, an 8th lifetime start. And nice effort. Left Alex Hawk was very aggressive on the 2, which I love watching this guy drive because he does give horses a chance. And he gave this 2 a real big chance in here. And 2 drafted in. The 1 drafted in behind pretty much 3/4 of the mile. Popped at the 3/4 pole and engaged, went by, and held sway here. So nice effort by Jurassic T. And
Brady Clemens makes it double digits on the card for drivers today. 10th driver to get a win. th different trainer as well with Eric Nesselrode. So nice efforts there.
Hometown at Cold Stake 3-year-old filly pace. Number 1, Jurassic T. Owned by Jerry and Leah Welsh of Waterford, Ohio. Eric Nesselrode, the winning trainer. Brady Clemens in the sulky. 3-year-old filly, but Fear of the Dragon and Always Sunday. Home winner in 2:01. Final half 59. Final quarter 29 seconds. Eric Nesselrode, Brady Clemens, Jurassic T in the 10th. We got top down. Results are official. 10th race. Number 1, Jurassic T, the winner. The 2, How to Stop Paying Me in Paper. 3, the 3, Only of the Cowgirls. 5, the 4, Lane's Moon Dancer. 4, the 5, Julie's Grace. 2, top down. 1, 3, 5, 4, 2 on the bottom. The quarter 31, the half 102, 3/4 132, the mile 2:01. In the 11th, no changes. 2-year-old filly trotters, 5 of you. Bring them on for the 11th.
That wraps up the 10th. Brady Clemens, Eric Nesselrode, a Fear the Dragon daughter. First career win. Just her second start of the season, so she looks like she took a step forward as a 3-year-old after finishing third 4 times last year from 6 tries. So that's the 10th. We'll be back after these messages to kick off the late double.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
Welcome back to the Carroll County Fair in Carrolton, Ohio. We've had a beautiful weather day over here. We've seen some great racing. We're down to the last 2, the final 2. The Getaway Daily Double takes us into our last stakes race of the card, too, which is 3-year-old filly trotters. 5 horses signed on here for a purse of $49.89, just under $5,000.
Yeah, a bunch of young ones, too. Jasmine's Diamonds never started. MJ's Bunny Money just made one start. Black Satin was going to win at Cortland with a missed timely break at the top of the stretch. So interesting to see if Conger's got her ready second start out, because if she stays flat, I'm pretty sure she was going to win that day at Cortland.
I agree. I thought so too. And then we have It's Not Easy, who did win that day at Cortland. So it's good group of horses. Rosie owned, trains, and drives the 5. And this horse won a nice effort last time out too. So good group of horses. Jeff's horse does look good on the track, Black Satin.
How about the 5 horse that Rosie is driving this race? Drew Neal, Justin Irvine just couldn't keep her trotting. Rosie said, fine, I'll do it myself. And the horse finished second at Bellefontaine last week. They're beating half the length, so that was the first time she trotted a mile. Now second start with Rosie driving. 2-year-old daughter ready for money. 5 across, so nobody's in the trailer spot. Everybody gets paid.
Yeah, you gotta like that.
$49.89 is the total pot in this one, so just shy of $5,000.
You're all out. You're all out. Here we go. Line them up. Right behind Mr. Thompson.
Sounds like Roger got them ready for the 11th. Trotters making their way to the track. Post parade coming up.
The post for our penultimate, the 11th, Home Talent, 2-year-old filly trot, $4,989 the 1. It's Not Easy, Jason Thompson. The 2, Black Satin with Jeff Conger. The 3, MJ's Bunny Money, Grady Clemens. The 4, Jasmine's Diamond, Justin Irvine. And number 5, Go Get the Money, Rosie Weaver in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate for the penultimate here at the Carroll County Fair.
There's the field for the 11th. 1 is It's Not Easy, Jason Thompson for Scott Cox, owner Terry Mount Pleasant. 2-year-old Bay Filly by Volstead, a winner at first asking at the Cortland Fair a week ago.
2, Black Satin, Jeff Conger trains, co-owns with his son Josh Conger and Karen Shannon of California. Black Satin, nice, compact, clean-legged horse on the track, and again, if man's her manners, she could be tough to beat.
No trotting hobbles on the 2 as well, so nice to see that. 3, MJ's Bunny Money. Doyle Bronze, the owner, Eric Nesselrow trains, Brady Clemens drives. Also made a break at Wellston while having the lead there, so looks to avenge that and stay flat tonight in her second try.
Jasmine Diamond, the pride of Stu Stockwell, Gary Martin trains, Justin Irvine drives. $5,500 Buckeye Classic purchase. We're going to know more about her today.
5, Go Get the Money, Rosie Weaver doing it all. Finally stayed flat for the first time at Bellefontaine to a second-place finish. Has the tricky post of post 5, and that's the 5 of them for the final stakes. We do have one free-for-all left on the card. $4,989 for freshman trotting fillies. They're in behind the Webkenberg starting gate, and here's the voice, Roger Houston.
Trotters in behind the Wopkenberg starting gate on the upper turn. Gate swings into the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting. That's Go Get the Money for the lead on the outside. It's Not Easy as their second as the race into the turn goes off stride. MJ's Bunny Money's off stride as well, getting way flat. That is Jasmine's Diamond going after the leader. Making a break was also Go Get the Money. On to the backside, staying flat. It's Justin Irvine and Jasmine's Diamond showing the way by 9 lengths. Black Satin is their second. It's Not Easy third. Racing fourth, it's Go Get the Money. Treading the field, going to the quarter, MJ's Bunny Money. Opening quarter, 36 seconds. A lot of ground to be picked up by a lot of horses in this next to last. On top of the field, it's Justin Irvine, Jasmine's Diamond. Coming to the outside, Black Satin and Jeff Conger. As they race into the lane first time, coming to the halfway point. It's Not Easy as third. Go Get the Money fourth. Trailing the field, MJ's Bunny Money. At the halfway point, the leader, Jasmine's Diamond. halfway home, 110 flat. Into the turn they go. Racing second is Black Satin. Third, it's Not Easy. Fourth on the outside is Go Get the Money, and treading the field. It's a race to the backside, MJ's Bunny Money. Down the backside they go. Justin Irvine, Total Command with Jasmine's Diamond by 4 lengths. Black Satin trying to close the gap. Go Get the Money on the outside third. Fourth is It's Not Easy as they go by the 3/4 mark. 3/4 and 141. Midway around the final turn, Black Satin goes off stride. Jasmine's Diamond has the lead by 5. Moving up on the outside, off stride, goes Go Get Money, and MJ's Bunny Money. Into the lane, coming home, staying flat. I think the only one that stayed flat throughout the entire mile. It's Jasmine's Diamond and Justin Irvine. Black Satin comes home second. Go Get the Money is third. The mile, 2:12.
Well, we didn't break any speed records there, but I said in the pre-show here, Jasmine's Diamond, we'd find out a little bit more after the race. And what she did is minded her manners, and the other 4 contestants that she challenged did not. So she was able to get around there, cut her own mile in 2:12. First start to the winner's circle. Nice job by Sue Stockwell, making this one a mannerly individual. And that's how you make money in a trot business, staying flat.
Yeah, if you've got a trotter that can just go around the track without braking, you got a pretty good shot of making money, especially out of here at the county fairs. And that's the second race that Justin's won today, just by getting a horse to go around the track without braking. So the 2-year-old trotting fillies certainly have been a little naughty here, to say the least, on the card. But I tell you, that Jeff Conger horse, Black Satin, if he figures her out, she has definitely got speed. She broke in the first, before the start really, was already galloping, made up a ton of ground going down the backstretch to catch up to Justin after breaking again, and then went all the way around, was challenging, looked like potentially going to win the race, and then with an 1/8 to go, jumped it off again, and still finished second. So the horse made multiple breaks and still showed speed.
Justin
Meanwhile,
Irvine.
here's Justin Irvine for the 6th win on the
Scoring
card.
here with Jasmine's Diamond, Sue Stockwell of Geneva, Ohio, the owner. Gary Martin, training double today. Justin Irvine 6th. 2-year-old filly, Muscle Diamond out of Jasmine Volo. First start and a lifetime mark, 2:12. Final half, 1:02. Final quarter, 31 seconds. Sue Stockwell, Gary Martin, Justin Irvine, Jasmine Diamond in the penultimate. Results are official. The 1, It's Not Easy. 4, the 2, Black Satin. 2, the 3, MJ's Bunny Money. 5, the 4, Jasmine's Diamond, the winner. The 5, Go Get the Money. 3, Top Down. 4, 2, 5, 1, 3 on the bottom. The quarter, 36. The half, 110. 3/4, 141. The mile, 2:12. 12th and final, Alex Hawk drives the 3, Just Barley. Free-for-all pace, 2nd division, 4 of them. Bring them on. Race 12.
Justin Irvine gets his 6th win on the card. Gary Martin with a training double. That's 11 in the books. The finale, the send-off pace, is up next after these messages.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Welcome back to the Carroll County Fair. The Getaway Pace. Free for all, second division, $750. It's just a field of 4. Alex Hawk on the 3, just barley.
Yeah, this race has a little bit of prestige to live up to the first division. This is the second division. The first division, tick off the track record. Boozer really went down the highway with Nick Clegg, 57-2 or 57-3. Nice effort, cut the whole fraction out. We do got a headliner in here, the Tan Man. So the Tan Man is the track record holder at Canfield, 153-3. This horse was a $67,000 Ohio Select purchase. Already made $130,000, a mark of 51-3 up in Northfield Park. This is a little speedy guy, and obviously comes off here with a vet scratch and hasn't raced since June 29th. It's a little bit of a stale date, but the talent's there.
Yeah, $67,000 purchase. Obviously, some things went wrong because they didn't race him in his 4-year-old season after such a good 3-year-old season where he has that lifetime mark of 51-3. So, liking to see him come back here. It's his 17th try of the season, though. They've been trying to get him in the right direction, and just hasn't quite been able to put it all together. But he still made a ton of money, $26,000 this year, $130,000 in his career. A Down by the Seaside son, one of Down by the Seaside's first crops back as a 5-year-old. I believe that would be the first crop.
Yeah, nice animal, and again, it's hard to knock them. I mean, these are some tough draws. 9-hole, it's Scioto Downs, Northfield got away mid-pack in the effort 2 back. 8-hole, Scioto, 8, 9-hole, very tough spots. Individual pacing very well though, finishing up the miles, and always note that horses like this. I saw this horse win at Burton. This horse is the track record holder at Canfield, so certainly has shown he can get around a fair track. Nice, compact, tight horse. I've always enjoyed watching him race, and I've seen him race a good bit at the fairs.
Here's the field.
These are the horses, 12th and final, second division, free-for-all pace. Number 1, Mancino, the driver, James Day. Number 2, Tan Man, the driver, Tyler Angus. Number 3, Just Barley with Alex Hawk. And number 4, Hard for One Guy, Harvey Hirschberger in the sulky. Horses take 1 score and go to the gate.
Field for the 12th. Interesting little story. I'm trying to get it out quick here. Is the one Mancino 2 years ago in 2023 actually won the very first race of the season at Northfield Park. We were the only harness track that raced that day, so Mancino and James Day were the leading drivers in North America after one race at Mancino. He's on a nice little 3-race streak of being in the top 3 a couple of seconds. 0 for 20 for James Day, drives and trains, 18 lifetime wins, lifetime start, 257 for Mancino here from the rail.
Tan Man's been off since June 29th, has a mark of 51-3. 1 for 16 this year, but does have 6 on the board finishes in $20-some thousand in earnings. Tyler Angus gets the call, and he's the horse to beat.
3, Just Barley. Alex Hawk will do the driving for Isaiah Strake. Cones with Terry Strake. Just earns a shy of $1,000 per start at $48,000 in his career from 50 tries. 4th in the free-for-all pace at Cortland last time out.
Everybody pronounces the 4's name a little different, but I say it's hard for one guy because it can be hard for one guy. And hard F1 guy, Harvey Hirschberger trains this horse. He just picked him up a couple starts ago. Harvey's driving again today. This horse has been pretty well meant too. Has a 55 and a piece mark last year at Delaware. 0 for 9 this year, but I think he'll start improving. Here's the voice, Roger Houston, for the finale call, race number 12.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. Tan Man goes for the lead. Inside Mancino holds the track as they race into the turn. Just Barley is 3rd and trailing the field. Hard for one guy. Onto the backside. It's James Day and Mancino by 2.5. Tan Man and Ryan Angus is there 2nd. Just Barley with Alex Hawk 3rd, gapped out 4th, hard for one guy with Harvey Hirschberger as they race by the opening quarter. Mancino takes them over to the quarter, 29-4. The end of the turn they go. Racing 2nd is Tan Man, 3rd is Just Barley. Hard for one guy is 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4 numerical order at the 3/8 mark. Into the lane first time. Mancino shows the way. Racing 2nd is Tan Man. Pacing 3rd, Just Barley. And the trailer is hard for one guy. No movement as yet as they go to the halfway point. Led by Mancino, 59-3. Another panel, 29-4. On to the backside they go. Mancino continues to lead by 1.25 lengths. Racing 2nd is Tan Man, gapping out. Just Barley 3rd. Further gapping out is hard for one guy. Appears to be a 2-horse battle. Here comes Tyler Angus on the move with Tan Man at the 3/4 mark. Tan Man on the outside, sticks ahead in front. Mancino on the inside 2nd. Just Barley 3rd, 3/4, 1:29, 29-2. 3rd panel. 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. On the outside, it's Tan Man. On the inside, Mancino through the stretch. Tan Man on the outside, Mancino 2nd. Tyler Angus, Tan Man. Mancino. Just Barley, 1:58. That is 1:58, isn't it?
Impressive mile there from Tan Man. They didn't go as quick as the first division, but they finished just as strong. 58 just missed Boozer. So Boozer has the fastest mile of the day, so he'll be awarded that trophy with the fastest time. But Tan Man, you talked about him, the Canfield track record holder. He loves these fairs. He gets over them very nicely, and that was a pretty strong performance there. Minimal urging to the finish, and he started to draw away, which gives us 11 different drivers and 14 different trainers picking up victories over the 23 races today.
Yeah, nice effort by the Tan Man, and he was actually coasting home. Wasn't even like they were pushing on him at all. So that 58 mark, or that 58 miles, equally as good as Boozer, in my opinion. Maybe even a little bit better. But he's got, like I said, he's got some back class. He's gotten around these fair tracks pretty well. I'm sure the connection's pretty heartwarming to get a victory. 2 for 17 now in the season, 16 for 57 lifetime. So nice effort. Mancino, though, take nothing away. He's 0 for 20 this year, but he's going to get his picture taken soon enough. That was a winning effort that he put in 4th today, and I just think he ran into a little bit of a horse with a little bit more backlash, but I think James Day's doing a great job with that one for Power Play Racing, and I think you're going to find him in a winner's circle sooner than later.
He did everything right there, too. He cut the corner. He made the 2 sit behind him. He just got overhauled by a horse that had a better day and maybe has that back class. But Mancino now 11 for 21 hitting the board. And back into the winner's circle, the 2, Tan Man.
Free for all pace. Number 2, Tan Man. Over Corey DeErman, Robert Mondello, and David Kapp. Corey DeErman, the winning trainer. Tyler Angus in the sulky. 5-year-old Gunny down by the seaside. Out of John Sunny Girl. Home a winner in 1:58. Final half, 58-2. Final quarter, 29 seconds. Corey DeErman, Tyler Angus, Tan Man in the second division of the free-for-all pace.
We sure did have our growing pains out there. When you fire the fair secretary in the middle of the
Results are official. Number 1, Mancino, 2. The 2, Tan Man, the winner. The 3, Just Barley, 3. The 4, Hard for One Guy, 4. Top down, 2-1, 3-4 on the bottom. The quarter, 29-4. The half, 59-3. 3/4, 129. The mile, 158. Well, that concludes our racing program this year at the Carroll County Fair. Enjoy your fair while it continues this week. We hope to see you again next year for the Carroll County Fair. For all of our horsemen, best of luck for your next stop on the Ohio Fair Circuit.
I forgot about
And that wraps up our card today. You got to see 2 exciting cards over here in Carroll County Fair in Carrollton, Ohio. It's been a pleasure. On behalf of the OHA, Chris Santorino, our camera guy, Kenny Livengood, my sidekick, this is Don Tiger, wishing you a great night, and we'll see you again at the next fair.
Good night.